I think we're ready. How you doing? Welcome in, everyone. I'm Lord Generic, your Terracotta Warrior, and we're back with Factorio. We are so close. We are so close. It's been, looks at calendar, 5 months? Yeah. Almost half a year on Factorio. We're almost done. It's so close. I really do like this game, but at the same point, you know, at some point in time, you are like, all right, let's beat Factorio. Oh, I hope y'all doing good, though. Hope y'all doing good. For those new, welcome in. I'm Lord Generic, here at Terracotta Warrior. We're playing a factory building game, and hey, hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Something, like and subscribe. Let's just go to the factory. Well, we just go to the factory. Let's get back to the part we all here for. We all know we're going to be here for 20 hours, and we can yap while we're in it. So let's just hop on over. What music did I have set up? What music did we have set up in Factorio? I don't remember. Oh, we were using Factorio music. We did that last session. I don't think we need more Factorio music. Let's hop something else in. You know, I haven't done Arknight's music in a while. Let's do some music from Arknight's. If you're not familiar, Arknight's is a gacha game. It's a tower defense game, but it's particularly like, oh my god, dude, the soundtrack is so frickin' baller. I can't even. So we'll do that. So it's close, you can almost taste the cryoscience. I know, right? So I gotta get my music just right. There's a lot of audio music, so keep it on the lower side. Well, a lot of vocal music. Anyways, I just like this music, so I figured we'll use it. Now, what are we doing in the Factorio? We have our little mech suit. So, we are on the last planet, Aquilo. Once we beat this planet, we can fly to the solar system edge, and that's beating the game. That is the end of the game. Now, there is the optional shattered planet. We'll definitely take a look at the shattered planet. I mean, I don't think there's much else to do. And it says we can unlock powerful tech, but when I looked in the tech tree, hold on, I forgot to make myself small. And when I looked in the tech tree, it doesn't seem to do anything. It just makes your tech research faster. And that doesn't seem particularly useful if you've beaten the game. So, yeah. I guess. So what we got to do today is we got to get the Science of Aquilo, the Cryo Science Pack, Blue Science on Ice. We just got to make some of this. We have to make a cryogenic plant. From there, we make our blue science, and from there, we can finally research the wacky thing we need, which most of these are not actually needed. Mostly just quantum processors and railguns. Yeah, we can make fusion reactors, but I'm going to be honest, nuclear is really good already. Do we need a fusion reactor? I don't think so. Let me turn that down slightly. There we go. All right. Factory must freeze. Nah. I did AFK for a few hours. I did AFK and let the factory build itself out a little bit. We now have plenty of heating in a lot of directions, and that heating is making a bunch of rocket fuel for us. So we'll have excess rocket fuel as needed. It's very slow producing rocket fuel, mind you. Hold up, why are entities damaged on Gleba? Oh, okay, nothing important. Very slow to make rocket fuel, not something we're going to want to rely on in the long term, but useful tech for mega basing. Yeah, right. It's like, nuclear is good enough. So yeah, who is ready for what we got to do? So we got to make a cryo plant, which means cryo plants. to make one of those bad boys, we need blue processing units. I'm not making those here. We're flying those in. Superconductors, flying those in. You have to. Refined concrete, once again, flying that in. I think we have to fly that in fact. And lithium plates. That's the one thing we have here. And we're making them... I'm making a lot of raw lithium. We are just pumping in raw lithium here. Well, at least it's set up to pump in raw lithium. What do I need? I need lithium brine and ammonia. Do I not have lithium brine? This certainly looks like lithium brine. Oh, I never connected the lithium brine to anything. Oops. That would do it. Whoopsie. All right. There we go. So let's go ahead and connect our stuff. Go ahead and connect our stuff just like that, so that it is all nice and functional. Nice and functional. So what else did we need? I need a source of ammonia if I want to start creating lithium, which we will need in bulk. So where can I get ammonia? We have ammonia here. So given that we have this set up, we're just gonna kind of copy this bad boy like this and build him a few more times. We do want the ammonia down here, so why don't we just lap, and then we just flap it down, you know, a few times and call it a day. Oh, I realize what I'm doing wrong. Hold up. I forgot we need the pumps. So I could be smart. I could be more efficient with this. I guess we may as well. So let's make a few pumps that we link the first pump, Arisen. The pumps will want to go into here, which will make us a bunch of ammonia. So we will then have a... let's give it some space and make a small wall of these guys. Right. The problem is I'm kind of tempted to just copy paste. I'm very tempted to just copy paste. If I just copy paste this and just make it a lot of times, it's actually a lot easier. So let's just do that. Let's just do that. Frozen recycler below the bottom right island. Is there? They all seem to be warm. No, I think they're all warm. Anyways. The problem is we got to give these things a lot of space. We do got to be rather annoying with it. But that should be enough for ammonia. That should probably be good for ammonia. Ammonia. Womp, womp, womp. Give them some power. Connect the power to the middle. Let's be a little smarter about it. Do. Go. Remove these middle bits because I don't need them. All we want is some tanks. There we go. So at this point, we can connect them. Let's connect them like so. Burp. I burp. And then these will connect like so. Perfect, perfect. And guess what? We have some hot piping right here. We can now stretch out onto everybody and call it a day. Is this the most efficient way to do it? Gods no. Is this the way we choose to do it? Apparently. Actually, if I stretch it down here, I can just connect. And that's nice and easy. That's nice and easy on the design, you know? And a boing. There we go. That should be good. That ought to be good. Let's give ourselves a drone station down here. Somewhere here? Why not? Okay. Doing good. Welcome to Aquilo, everyone. The world where you have to connect every stupid pipe in this game or suffer the consequences. Or suffer the consequences, indeed. Okay. That should be fine. So, that gives us our lithium production, which is all we need once these things get finished building. Why are they so slow, you're wondering? Simple answer. Simple answer. Because I'm using a lot of drones, and there's not a lot of charging points. And the electricity is doing more than fine, actually. Electricity is A-okay. We still have like 300 solar panels, giving us the power of 3 whole solar panels. It's not that I'm keeping them on purpose, it's that I just don't have a reason to throw them out yet. We'll throw them out one of these days. I did expand power a little bit, but let's get that crowd plant working. And speaking of getting that crowd plant working, I have been flying my main ship around rather manually at this point. I have been flying him around quite manually just to pick up supplies. The one place safe from capitalism. Sorry, the one place safe from automation. Space. He's been just picking up some supplies. We have built up Hell's Winter Warning. This will be our science ship. The very plan is that this will be the ship we use for mass transiting science as needed. Now, we don't need it yet, mind you, so at the moment, we're just mostly ignoring it. Because we don't have science. We don't have the science yet, so for now, we will just continue to enjoy the fruits of our labor. And I guess we will continue to grind up carbon and iron asteroids, because I am realizing that I get way more carbon and iron than I ever get ice, pretty much at any point. Let's hop over to the R side. Things robot and kilos, they use 5 times the power. Devs tried to make you use belts for everything. Oh, so they spend 5 times the time recharging. Oh, there is a frozen one. Oh. He shouldn't be frozen. It's just taken a very long time for them to put down some terrain. For whatever reason. For, like, whatever reason, these lazy robots won't put down any terrain. Oh my god. Okay. Let me go do it, I guess. And by me, I mean my robots. Haha. Because these ones don't need to recharge. Yeah. I do kind of understand why the devs want you to use belts to force you to interact with their entire mechanic. The reality is, though, what if I just didn't? What if I didn't? All right. So that'll give us our lithium plates. What do I do with the lithium? Once I have the lithium, we put it in a furnace. Wow, Really? Is there anything else I use raw lithium for? Or do I just furnace all of it? It is used in fluoroketone. Okay, so we do not just burn the lithium. But if furnaces are what we need, we have some delightful and highly usable land right here in these solar panels that we are really not worried about getting rid of. So let's make ourselves a furnace stack, nice and fast. We will need to give them extra space, though. We will indeed need to give them some extra space. So let's try and be smart about things. I know it can be done. It can be done despite all of your opinions about me. We can indeed be smart about things. So what we need to do is we need to put a line of heat back here. Now it'll make sense soon enough because our lithium, you see, our lithium goes right here onto the turbo transport belts. So if I put down a red grabber like so, and then we put down our electric furnace here. There we go. There we go. And now we can heat up everything nice and easy. We space the furnace. Nah, we'll put the furnace like this. We'll heat it on the other side. So there we go, and now we're just going to copy this, and this will burn however much lithium we need to fill a crate. If we end up using more lithium than that, that's kind of okay. We'll just, you know, a lot of lithium. So, whatever. Like, whatever, man. It's fine. Okay. Well, that's good there. And then we will need to take out of here and put it onto a belt line. Which will, of course, need more heating. Yeah, and since you need to heat everything on this stupid planet, using more belts instead of drones is still burning more temperature. In reality, coolant is needed in small quantities. Yeah. So we are getting a bit of coolant here, or cooling. The copper is starting to reach a point where it is not really... We have one heating station. So I'm thinking we take our heating station and we're just gonna slap another down. Let's put it down here. Why not? Why not? Yeah. Let's slap her down here. Call it a day. And go ahead. Where can I connect this? There we go. We can connect it to the heating pipes and connect it to these heating pipes. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? And there's nothing to the south of us anyways. So we really don't care about the southern and that direction. There's some fluorine, but honestly, I feel like the one fluorine I have already is enough. There's a lot to the east, but I just don't know what I need that much fluorine for. I'm sure a smarter, more experienced player would say, oh, generic, you're gonna want all the fluorine you can get, of course, you silly Billy. And I'm just going to sit here and say, but what if I didn't? What if I just used this solid 1,000 and maybe piped some in from the west if needed? Because we just keep building our heat stations like so. In fact, I'm going to set up another one to build. The fluorine is down there, so we'll build it here. And then we'll build one here. Why not, says Lord Generic. So full of arrogance, so full of wisdom. See, they'll be nice and connected. Or something. or something. And the best part is they end up making some more energy, making some more fuel, so we can still fly it over as needed. All right. Now those are building. Let's go ahead. I brought some ice platforms of my own that we can help our little boys slap down. Not that we really need them. They slap down pretty fast. I should grab some concrete. It's all about that concrete, baby. Oh, right. We're going to need to power this. What's the best way to power this stack? Probably just these. Yeah. Nice and simple. Just some ugly power poles. And since... we don't really care about power at this point, so let's throw one productivity and one speed module into each of the furnaces. That sounds good. That sounds good. An extra, was that 6% output? Nice 50% speed boost. Pretty... I mean, I might as well just do speed, honestly. I mean... Well, it does use holmium plates, which I have to import, so we'll go ahead and keep the efficiency. We'll keep the efficiency, but that seems pretty solid. We'll have another heating station. I'm glad we made our little heating station blueprint, because I just throw these suckers down everywhere and don't even care about it. It's nice. Fluorine is used for coolant. If you want making science and railguns, you don't need much. Neat. That's honestly what I kind of figured. That was the plan. All right. And they will slowly build their way. This is a lot of the stuff I was doing as I was AFK. A lot of it was me just being like, I guess I'll just build out to the islands because I don't really care. Anyways, so why don't we go ahead and build ourselves our... assembling machine, because we need cryo plants. I don't know how many of these we need though. It can't be that many realistically, right? And in fact, instead of putting it here, let's take it, let's slap it. Yeah. Hold on, we can be smart. Let's slap it down here so I can make use of the conveniently located heat vents that we already have. Yippee. Yippee. All right. So... are you set to grab calcite? You don't want calcite. You want... what's the material making it? The rock. Lithium. You want to grab lithium. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. And now we can have a long boy put into a chest here. There we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. And it's going to make, like, for now, 2 stacks. Maybe 3. How many cryo plants could I possibly actually need, right? I assume they make super slow, so we'll just jam it full of speed, call it a day. And it's going to need... so I was told... oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can... if you shift right-click on any building set to build something, and then shift left-click on a requester chest, it just requests the correct amount of material. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, it's so easy. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. All right, we are basically good on mats. We'll wait to pick up the rest when we fly back over. All right, so let's replace this guy with a big old substation. May as well make it easier. All right, so this gives us a great place to be. This gives us a good place to be. Now, I'm going to need these lithium plates otherwise for other things. So we're going to want to stretch our power out a little farther. And at the end of the belt line, we're going to need that. We're also going to need this so that the belts don't freeze. Stupid, stupid belts. All right. Perfect. We should be good now. So. What do we not have? I don't have blue. So I'm going to need to add... Go ahead and import like... Not 1,000. Go ahead and import 2,000 blue from Volcanus. I love Volcanus. This is truly the planet where we import because look at that beauty. Look at that real beaut she is. We just fly 2,000 blue circuits up in a heartbeat. We don't even think about it. It's that easy. Like the Corpo version. I don't know what you mean. This is that's just a picture of me, you know, working the fields. I don't beam. What beam? I don't know. Well, I'm importing a lot of blue simply because we might need more anyways. I'm gonna need to shoot up rockets at some point, so no biggie, no biggie. All right, so beyond that, let's look ahead. While we wait for that to show up and give us our cryo, we can just look up the science. We can just cheat a little because it's right here. Is it cheating? I mean, we're about to hit it. So not really. So I'm going to need ice. Really? That's the thing we need? Okay. Lithium plates. We got that. And fluoroketone. So fluoroketone, how do we make this? We consume it in a fusion reactor. Uses fluoroketone with fusion cells to make plasma. Do I have to ship up barrels of fluoroketone to use it on a space station? Oh, God. Oh, Lord, that sounds awful. Okay. So it's generally used in a lot of things. Yeah, it's just generally used. So it's used in quantum processors, which is, yeah, shipping blue fluoroketone than each planet's item. Cryoscience uses a lot of it. How do I make it? I have to cool it down from hot fluoroketone. Really? That just feels like an unnecessary step, but sure. And the hot fluoroketone made in a cryo plant, surprise, surprise, uses hot fluoroketone, which is generated. Oh, a fusion generator heats it up. Oh, and then you cool it down. I see. How do I make it? There we go. So, okay, so we put in a cryo plant. We combine ammonia, lithium, solid fuel, and fluorine. Okay. So we have our fluorine over here. So let's go ahead and make our fluoroketone over here, which makes more sense. So we're going to want access to this space here. Let's go ahead and move all these batteries. We will keep the batteries in their own little spot just because they actually do something for, well, do they? Do we even need these guys? It's hard to say. It is kind of hard to say, actually. All right, we'll put some batteries there, I guess. All right. So we're going to want some cryo plants, right? Well, pardon me. So if we want our funny discs, right? We want our little guys to be built over here. If we're building them here, we may as well use our systems on this side. If you ask me, that means we may as well go ahead and use our systems on these sides as well. So with that in mind, let's build our fluoroketone on the south. Well, no, we'll just move a pipe over. We'll build it on the northwest over here. So we will put down how many of these do we actually need? Realistically, how many of these do we need? So they can be used to make cryo... Really? The cryo plant makes the cryo plants more efficiently? I don't really care. So I'm not going to do that. So this is just the upgraded chem plant. Yeah, so the cryo plant is just a higher tier chem plant. Interesting. Okay, sure. So either way, all I really care and want it for better lithium production. Oh, yeah, because it's a better chem plant. But can I mean, how much do I care though? Right? Just on a simple level, how much do I actually care? Oh, by the way, did I connect these guys? Why are they not producing? Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I cut off their pumps. Whoopsie. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. That was stupid of me. All right, so that's fine. All I gotta do, well, do it here. All I gotta do is move our heating around in a way that's a little wacky, but still surprisingly functional. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we're getting our ammonia. Now it's working. Okay, and this guy... Oh, he's not getting oil. Right. I forgot that these heat pumps need oil. That would be important. Good news is I do have oil. All right. Perfect. All right. Oil. So we will have better heat distribution out here. Yippee. Okay. So these will need oil, but it's a good thing that there's a lot of crude oil over there. Which is why we're going to build yet another heat stack over here, because we'll bring oil to it eventually. These are like future expansion buildings. I don't really care about them. They aren't a big deal. They're just for the future. Anyways. So, okay. So what were we doing? Cryo plants. Yes. So I need solid fuel, lithium, and fluorine. Raw lithium at that. Do I want... Well, we are just storing the lithium in bulk. In truth, we are in fact just mass storing lithium like it ain't no thing. Which it isn't. It ain't no thing. So, Cryo plants aren't as good as making others because they don't have insane Oh, wait, cryo plants don't have bonus productivity? Whack. Oh, and hello, welcome in, Raiders. Hey, Ravenfire, how you doing? Welcome in, everyone. I'm Lord Generic, your Terracotta Warrior, and we are playing Factorio. We are on the last planet of Factorio, the frozen planet Aquilo, and I am ever so slowly figuring stuff out. Oh, thank you. I am ever so slowly figuring some stuff out. I hope you're doing good, though. What were y'all up to? You having a good day? All right, so we need to make ammonia and solid fuel. Didn't we need ice? We did need ice as well. So how about we just copy... How about we just copy our little heat and fuel producing machine over here with a couple tweaks and call it a day? Why, I do think that sounds delightful. We can just copy this guy right here, slam him down a few times, like so. We'll put him like this. Yeah, it's honestly incredibly liberating not caring about land. just throw your stuff wherever, man. Just put it anywhere and call it a day. It feels great to live like that, let me tell you. Arizy sent us over. Oh, nice. Oh, you're playing Stardew. Very nice. Well, welcome in, everyone. We are just kind of vibing. Have a nice time. Stardew sounds lovely. You know, I really should play Stardew one of these days. I've played Stardew, but I've never gotten past year 1. It's such a cool looking, that's the wrong word. In theory, Stardew's the kind of game I would really like. I've just never given it that enough of a try, I think, for it to grip me. But I hope it was a great time. And as awful, of course, thank y'all for dropping by. But be sure and take care of yourself. First and foremost, go wash your face, stretch, grab some more water, especially stretch. That is always a big one. But beyond that, welcome in, everyone. Hope you do absolutely lovely. Okay, so we are passing out. Yep, it is greedily grabbing them up as we expected. We have a lot of efficiency modules. I don't really care about power, but these do use holmium plate. So I think I'm going to swap the efficiency modules for productivity modules. That way I can eke another 12% gain out of them. And it is a little slow, isn't it? I suppose. Should I make this a red chest or a purple chest? Absolutely worth checking out. It's another crack of a game. Well, I do know someone that is obsessed with farming games. So maybe I should ask them to give me the tutorial and teach me the horrors that surely lie in wait within the Stardew universe. The Stardew expanded multiverse, one could say. All right, so let's drop like 4 of these because we need to leave a lot of extra space, right? We need to leave a lot of extra space just to build anything on this godforsaken planet. That's just how it is. So let's go ahead and prep for that. So we're going to build out. This might be a little more stretched than it should be, but whatever. Whatever. Now, all of these items are made in bulk on planet, so I don't care about being efficient with them. Not one bit. I mean, we're about to make ice in bulk, so really, what do I care? Yeah. Actually, we are even melting that ice down into water, which I don't think we need for this work. So let's get rid of the water plants. They will be doing nothing for us. Okay. Keep that little bit there. All right. Neat. So what exactly are we doing here? So we are going to pull out ice from this guy on every side, and then the excess ice will automatically throw itself into a blender, which is great for us. We'll just throw those in the blender just fine. The one place safe from automation can come and fly back over, and we will be good to go. We do have those. So let's fly our baby back to Aquilo and drop us off some more supplies. Because we are going to need to set up some pipage. Speaking of which, let's get rid of this and make this the thing we use constantly on this planet, the heat pipe. We've flown in several thousand heat pipe, but deep down we all know the truth. It's not enough. We're going to need more. Oh, yeah. We all know it. Boop, boop, boo. Boop, 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 boo. Because we have to link them like this all the time. Good news is that our heat pipes are otherwise. We have 2 heating stations over here, which gives us a lot of leeway to cook things. Lot of leeway. Who's getting damaged? Ah. The problem has solved itself. Though they did get in and break a wall, so I'm thinking we reinforce this little spawn real fast with some lasers. That ought to do it. That ought to do it. Boop. Okay. Anyways. Alright. So, as we fly over, we have everything we need for this. We just need the blue chips to make cryo plants. Yeah, so if cryo plants aren't more efficient in their production, then like, what are they? Oh my god, is that 8 module slots? I don't... Hold up. Okay, we'll do like 4 speed, 4 productivity. You would think generic. What about an efficiency slot? But like, at this point, I'm just going to build more power plants. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, fuck the efficiency slot. Let's take this whole little... this funny little design here and just build it into another power plant set. Because, like, good googly moogly. We're not gonna need much else. Build it into 2? Yeah, 2. Where do I even get the fuel from? Fuel needs to come from there. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Gone. Okay. Let's stretch some fuel over. Like this. Wah, wah, wah. There we go. And then we just go ahead, link the heat matrix real fast. We'll just... And the reason I'm building all of these ahead of time the moment I think of them, it's not just because I'm being wacky. It is tactical. We are building this so that the drones can get her done, right? We're building it so that the drones get her done. Because otherwise, when will it get done? Who knows, right? Anyways, so yeah, so let's just build another set of power plants. The best girl canonically eats quartz if you give it to her. Wow, really? Cool. What is this? Oh, this is cookies and cream Oreo milkshake. Fantastic. Yippee! Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, man, I don't need that in my life, but I'm happy I have it. I don't need that, but I'm happy to have it. All right. The gimmick of cryo plants, lots of module slots. 8 productivity and a speed beacon. Speed beacons would make sense, but like, man, they're such a pain in the butt. Can we fit some here? I guess we can. Yeah, well... Yeah, well... Kind of. Right? We can kind of fit some. But they're still not great. Though, if we do this with speed, I could go all in on productivity. And then just whop. But that means we now have to wrap it around in a nice little copper blanket, as you will. Nice little copper blanket before we shoot off and make our piping. Which will have to sit like so. Okay, and let's give this piping some tanks. Well, actually, hold on, let's not get crazy with it. I think our piping actually needs just one space, and there's a reason for it. I know. A reason being that I need these to go into a series of tanks like this, because they will then go into another set of plants immediately. So we copy this whole network and then drop it down. Like that. And then these ones, cool it down. Yes. Okay, that makes sense. This is a functioning game plan. Cool. Yep. I like it. I like it. All right. Now then. Now we're ready to deliver. Alright, tank to tank. That gives us enough tank capacity that we're probably good. Oh, our ship has arrived. Everybody's shown up. Goody. So we can dump off all of our material. That'll give us the blue we need. Yippee. Could be good. Okay. We'll just let that keep sitting for a while. So none of these are on. So in order to get them kick-started, we need to connect them. Yes. Then we also need to connect them up here. There we go. So we'll figure out what to do with these in a little bit, because we need to feed in solid fuel. What's the best way to do that? You see, the fool in me, fool that I am, the absolute buffoon inside tells me, oh, you need to connect these. Well, obviously, generic, the best way to connect your systems are with belts. The wise man in me says belts are for scrubs. We're just going to drop a lot of chests, and we're going to make the drones figure it out. And we're going to do the same, the exact dogged same, with the ice. Yes. Because why would I figure things out when I could not figure things out? Riddle me this, Batman. Riddle me this. Why do big effort when small effort do the thing? That's right, Batman. You can't figure it out because there's no answer. Truly, there's a deep madness, a sickness inside, one could say. Yes. Alright. So, boy, the temp's getting low as you go out. Good thing we got all these heating relays getting built. Alright, do you have power? You don't have power. Should have power. Boop. That should fix that. Okay. Nope. Yep. So we're getting some more turbines built up. True spirit of Factorio, let the boss figure it out. Look, if anyone who wants to watch our playthrough, which you can always find on YouTube at Lord Generic, haha, humble plug. You all know, you're all very aware that you can happily, I worked my butt off to work without the bots. Not for some ideological reason, I was just too lazy to put them up. Well, it's not laziness, I was just too busy, realistically. It's not laziness, it's that I was too busy to build all of the bots. Which is, I think, very reasonable. There's a lot of bots. It takes a long time to get a bot network properly set up. But now that we have it, like, what am I not going to set up the bots? Like, I think it would take more heat, more energy from heat to make use of this system. You know what I mean? It would take more energy and more heating stations to use belts than to just do bots. So at that point, why are we going to bother? Why would we be pretending to care? There's simply no point. I tell you, people, there is no point. It is taking a while to call down anything. I'm pretty surprised by that, actually. Or because it needs to clear stuff? It should have plenty of space. Slow as these guys feel, they should be working plenty fast. Build a little more of them, I guess, but... Huh. I guess it truly does just take a while, doesn't it? Oh well. Let's go ahead and throw down a few more bot charging spots. I got a feeling. You know, I do be having a feeling that we're going to need a lot of robot charging spots. Call it a funny hunch. But if this is going to work the way it seems to, and the bots do truly take 5 times the energy output, then let's go ahead and drop them off a few recharging points. Alright, so we got everything there. We're still waiting on blue to build up this guy. And apparently we're waiting on speed modules. Is that true? Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. I didn't bring the modules. So we'll just have to bring them next time. Yeah, we'll just bring them in next time. It's fine. Oh, good. Everything else is getting built in due time. Oh, there's some blue. Let's just drop the blue off and let it get cooking. That way we can get started on our actual project and get off this godforsaken rock. Yippee! Yeah, so how many of these are in a stack? 20. Okay. Oh, hey, we have a bunch already. Bring this down to like 2 stacks. I don't need very many of them, and I'm not going to need very many of them. You know what I mean? Like, they just don't do very much. The module slots are great, don't get me wrong, but I just don't care. That is definitely... Yep, that is made of blended Oreo. Certainly tastes like it. Tastes freaking good. And tastes real good, let me tell you. Alright. There we go. Just link these. That should keep that side warm. Actually, this side will stay warm on its own, thanks to the piping. Oh ho! Oh ho! We can get rid of some of these here. We'll rely entirely on the vast horde of cryoplants. That'll solve all of life's woes. Good news, everybody. Okay. So, yeah. We're going to get more platforms down. We're going to get more concrete down. We have a lot of platforms. This is why I AFK'd a couple hours to build it up. So, we're pretty good. Oh, yeah. So, all right. Since we're about to beat Factorio, realistically, right? We are about to beat Factorio. Probably, I don't think we're going to beat it this session. I don't see that. Oh, I don't see that happening, right? We're not beating Factorio today. We're not that good. I'm good, but not that good. I do think we're going to end up beating it probably next week. Not in that I'm like, oh, I'm going to make so much progress, but like I am personally going to just spend the extra time to make sure that we beat Factorio. I'm going to spend some more time AFK, let science cook, that kind of stuff. Let a lot of these kind of finish building themselves out and calling that a day. Because it's, how to say, from a Let's Player standpoint, I don't think it's interesting content. Once we build the science, sitting around and waiting for the science with nothing else to do. On the first planet, on Navis, it's very interesting because we have so much else to build. On this planet, I don't think we do, right? That's the problem. On this planet in particular, we actually don't have that much else to do. Anyways, so we need to bring in... how do we do this? Shoot. Okay. So we're going to need to import a chest. Boop. Oh, yes, I can. Oh, I can, baby. This is easy. Life is so easy. Okay, so that'll fly in our solid fuel and our lithium, which we are making in bulk. We will need gasoline, though. I will need crude oil to make the solid fuel. So in order to get that, let us figure out. So let's start connecting some heat just to get that going. Okay, actually, I didn't need it. You're already good. So we're going to need a lot of oil. What's the easiest way to build oil? Boop. 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 Okay, so we'll just put the oil right here to the side. That's good, because that helps keep things hot. Yippee. So go boop, 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 boop. This is the more annoying part of setting this bad boy up, isn't it? Okay, blop, blop. But we can now connect it like so. Blop, and a blop, blop. So now all we got to do is send it down like this, and we see where the oil connections need to come from. Boop, boop, boop. We have some oil here that I can tap. I tap it like this, actually. It's a little wacky looking, but it works. It's a little wacky, but it does work. There we go. And now we just heat these bad boys up. Well, because doop. Boop. There we go. Oil has been achieved. Yippee. Okay. So that'll get us our fuel. We'll now produce an excessive amount of raw fuel. You might think generic, don't you really need to connect this stuff in terms of heating up here? Well, I have the 2 heat stations. I actually have 4 heat stations ongoing. So we're going to have 4 heat stations down here. 3 of them are dumping the heat to make fuel, though. So, we'll make another heat station. We'll make another heat station, and he'll be back. He'll be back here. Wink. And his oil buddy will come up in order to link to him. Yash. There we go. There we go. Nice and easy. Cool. Okay, that should be good. We just gotta let it build. All right, the one place safe from automation. We have more stuff to drop off. Do we not? Drop off those heating towers, my boy. Drop off those chests. And the pipes to ground, of course. And the holmium. There we go. Goody. As our drone friends freak out and throw things in every direction because, you know, that's just how they live their life. We respect it, I think. Question mark. We act like we respect it when they aren't looking, at least. Or when they are looking, sorry. I don't know if I need power, but I feel like we should just spread some. Better to have it and not need it, you know? Exactly. Alright, so that gives us that. That'll give us another heat stack up here, which is connected to oil, so that's going to make more heat, and that's really all it does, but that's all it needs to do. Cool. Got a lot more power being pumped in. Eventually. Yep. Goody. We're going to have all of the lithium, though. All of the lithium. What are you boys doing here? Excuse me. What are you boys doing here? My 20 cryo plants don't really need more cryo plants at this point. Well, whatever. How's the lithium plates doing? Very good on the lithium plates. Great. So, we'll have the fluoroketone. I guess these 2 we will just stack full of productivity modules. Oh, we can't. Okay, let's stack 6. Yeah, 6 efficiency modules and 2 speed. Because we're giving them speed modules. Well, we'll give them speed modules like that. But what if I put in efficiency modules? Hear me out. What if I put in 1 efficiency, 1 speed into each of these? To reduce my energy to the lowest amount possible, Batman. Ho ho! And let's do them over here too, because it's really funny. It is really funny to just have a little bit of efficiency beaconing. I already have an end ship. Well, you see, Dilapan, we're going to adjust the one's place safe from automation to have railguns. From what I'm aware, that's the only thing we really need for an end ship. I need railguns, which means I need to expand the front end a little farther, and I need to get copper going. That's not hard. It's not really a big ask. I'll just have to make our boy a little wider, but beyond that, I think we'll be ready to beat the game next time. Shouldn't be too bad. Not in practice, at least. Exactly, that could work. Exactly, that's the thought. And if we die horribly, it'll be really funny. It will be really funny. So I think that has a lot of value on its own. Has a lot of value in its own right. Good Lord, what a mess. What a mess. Wow. Ah, the logistic drones. They were not properly supplied, I see. God, and now they all need power. Oh, yeah, that's kind of bad. That's a little unnecessary. Just maybe. Let me do a little thingy here. I kind of realized as I was looking at stuff, I was accidentally hamstringing myself on some of my builds on Volcanus. Because I would always build a single pump when I went, oh, I need more throughput. Well, the pump is like 1200 a second. I realized when you mega base on Volcanus, 1200 a second ain't nothing. So you should probably use like 3 or 4 or even 6 pumps when you're pumping your fluid. Just to make sure you are pumping the absolute maximum you can. Now, some might say generic, that's probably a little too much. I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't know. But that's what I decided to do. That's my ninja way, one could say. One could say. And they'd be right. They'd be right to do so. Alright. So all of these are building. Why are these not building? They need concrete. We dropped all our concrete, I think. Okay. We dropped all of our chests in concrete, so let's fly this sexy little boy back. Alright, back to Volcanus with you. We'll do Gleba first, it's on the way. Either way, back to Volcanus with you. Is there a red chest in there? Alright. So everyone here is still kind of frozen. We haven't quite finished the building. Not quite. Getting to be a bit annoying. Let's go ahead and pick up a lot of ice platforms. God, if only I could find the concrete. If only there was some system in this game to just scream at the drones to do it for me. If only. Boy, the drones would just give me 300 concrete. Yippee! They're doing it. Alright, there we go. Where are you grabbing that from? Oh, here it is. Thank you. Alright, let's go help them build. Let's go speed up the building process, why don't we? There we go. Ain't that nice? Now isn't that cute? Ah, much faster. Now, what do we need to do next, right? We have our plates. We have our fluoroketone. What do we do next? I think we need more of these. I think we need more of these to make... Ah, we can. Blue science, which is ice, lithium, and fluoroketone. Well, what's the easiest way to do it? We're making ice here in bulk. This is where our ice is. And our lithium is here. So it only makes sense to me that we just do it right here. You know? Like, yeah. Of course. In fact, we could just make a full line because we can get rid of this line of chests. We don't need them there. We can just put them anywhere. So let's go ahead. Give it that ever important single thing of space. But we know we want a lot of this, right? We know we want a lot of these suckers once we get them building. So let's go ahead. Let's isolate the yellow chests to be back up here instead of where they are. That'll make life a lot easier for us long term. So it is definitely worth the time investment. Let's finish building out this. I want to get this thing running. It's gonna take a little while for it to really get up to speed. Could alternatively search the maps in which the chest of concrete is. Huh. Yeah, I guess. We should keep it pumping to the max. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm always pumping. I always keep it pumping to the max. Alright. Oh yeah, so we got... Actually, why don't the drones... Give me a couple hundred ice platforms. Make sure I'm always stacking a couple hundred... Those bad boys. Let's go grab those. Why don't... Wherever they are. God knows they're somewhere. Well, I have them all in a tizzy because I told them to do things. Life is tough when you're just a little worker drone. Ooh woo. I understand, worker drones. Life is tough for me too. Ooh woo. So let's go ahead and make their life that much easier. And dump some of this stuff off like that. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's get out. Let's build some of this stuff. We gotta connect the bottom sides or they'll never end up functioning, unfortunately. So, we do gotta do that. Wish I knew why my drones were a little slow, though. I mean, I could just slap it down myself. In all fairness, I am being a lazy motherfucker. I could just hold left click and put it down. Like a smart person, behold the ever powerful connection of copper. Ever important. Oopsie. The reason we don't do it sometime. Oopsie. All right. But I can still put it down myself. Apparently, it saves the drones a lot of time. They're too lazy. That's why I'm telling you, the drones these days, they just don't want to work anymore. They don't want to work anymore. Back in my day, the drones loved putting down the copper pipes. They paid us to do it. Yeah, now we can turn all these into productivity. All right, so we'll have all these. These are going to make blue science filled to the brim with productivity. So actually, what we want is we just copy this build, right? We actually just... Yeah. We just copy this build. Boop. Well. Boop. Yeah. We'll back it out a little. Boop. And... Boop. There we go. Nice and easy. So, instead of this, these guys will make us blue. And instead of an absurd number of efficiencies for funsies, we stack it with our beautiful productivities. Now, what's funny is I started to make modules that were higher tier because I was thinking like, oh boy, I'm really gonna stack these up, make good use of them. But now that I've made them, I'm like, oh boy, the UI is too annoying. I want to just tell it, hey man, always slap down whatever your highest tier modules are in this stuff. But it doesn't do it by default. So, I just don't quite care enough, you say? I just plumb don't care enough is the problem. Why are they so slow to build? Where are my drones? I have like 40 drones on me. I guess it is my fault. I should have the Mark II drone production backpack on, but I was really kind of like, why would I need that? I shouldn't be using, like, I should not be relying on drone backpacks to do my drone work. That implies a badly built out infrastructure, you know what I mean? But I guess that's where we are these days. I guess that is the life we are cursed with. Let's fly back to Volcanus and we'll just start picking up all sorts of supplies. We got a lot of space. We'll just have it start stacking supplies for us. Now, okay, so everything's built. We need these. These guys need 3 items. Ice, lithium, and the blue. We have the blue. That part is pretty easy to get. So all we need to do is we need to make a line like this. Perfect. And we just fill it in with more copper. Such is life. Such is the infinite copper life. Your game, you had 200 legendary robots. Good lord. Yeah, but the time I know it took to get 200 legendary robots is a substantial investment. All right. Slap these down. Actually, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that at all. These are going to have a completely different output. These are going to have an output of... We'll just throw the copper down directly, because these will be our blue outputs. Perfect. Okay. So these outputs will, instead of what I was building, will be a long boy. Long boy. Each one will go to a chest. And then have some copper. Blop. Blop. Unfortunately, blop. And blop. They'll just be in the way. They'll just eat it up. Yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so all of that will be connected. All of that should be good. And we are good. We are right as rain. So there we go. Blue is done. Basically. Well, I guess I have to bring it in. Which is really easy, because we take every part where I pull it out. Ooh. Right? We take every part where I'm pulling out, and I just create another long boy that feeds in. And flop. Wah. Wah. And now I know we can do the old right click, or shift right click, shift left click. Bam, we're done. Friggin' easy. So easy. And yeah, we have the heat pipes. So, may as well use them. You know? May as well slap those suckers down and call it a day. Beautiful. Beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. Okay. I can just carry these things. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? I say, fully aware of how bad it might get. Alright. Oh, wait, does this produce coolant? Oh, it does produce hot coolant. Oh. So how do we do this? Okay. Slight change in design then. Slight change in design. So if this does reduce hot coolant, then we do need to have this little bump design, right? We need this little bumpy boy. So let's move these. We have to cut these, move them to the north side on every point, which is annoying, but necessary. So it goes, so it goes. That's fine. We can deal with it. Okay. Okay. So now we have that. We can use our little bump design here and install some output bumps. Boop. 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 Okay. Those will go to there. So what do we do with these now that they're outputting? We'll clean it up as we go. Don't you worry. We are aware it's a bit of a nightmare. All right. So. Okay. So I guess we just connect them. Right? Okay. So I have a cunning plan, my lord. Worry not, me lord. I have a cunning plan. And y'all ever watch Blackadder? Excellent British humor. I know. It's British. Ugh. But it is an excellent old comedy series. Big fan of big ups to Blackadder. Watched a lot of that growing up. Well, I mean, there's only so much. British shows are interesting in how they do their television. It tends to, as far as I can tell, tends to be fairly low on the amount of episodes they make for things. They tend to not make a ton, which I do respect in its own way. I do respect it. It is good to hold back every once in a while. All right. So I think we're good on all of those. They do need some power. Good news is we can just kind of dump them off like that. Goody. Okay. The power should be handled. Inputs, outputs should be handled. So this will feed back in, right? This will feed back into the tanks that ultimately feed our... Wait, no, hold on. No, I can't do it here. Oh, shoot. Shoot. I need it down here. Right. Okay. So, what do I need to do here? Oh, this is much more of a pain than I thought it would be. Okay, so if I get rid of you, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Put the drones up here. That'll be fine. So, instead of this guy here being a big old block, we are going to link this guy, and he will link like this. This is going to be a nightmare. I am aware. Okay. Because now we need to heat everybody. We did not really heat these sides particularly well. Okay. All right. That should heat up everything. Okay. So now that it links back, here's what we do. Here's our cunning plan. So these will link to the tanks, right? Because all the tanks will be equal in how much they hold. So we can tell these, because tanks hold 25k. So we can tell these to only create new fluid when the amount of hot fluid is less than or equal to 20,000. And in this way, we guarantee that we will not overflow the tanks. They will naturally turn off, and these will be allowed to fill in whatever extra they produce. The British tend not to make a lot of episodes. Wasn't Doctor Who British? Okay, here's the thing. Okay. I understand what you mean. However, here's my counterpoint to the British. My God. The British situation is crazy. I mean, what? All right, hold on. Let me connect these heat pipes. Because I think I have stressed our temperature output a little too hard. Oh, because these guys don't have heat. They don't have power yet. Why don't they have power? They should. Need a big electric pole, that's why. Understood. Okay. I've been building a lot of infrastructure, and the heating is starting to feel it. I can tell. The heating is indeed feeling it. Boop, boop, boo. Why do you not have power? Why do you not have power, little one? I need you burning. Burning bright and burning long indeed. Okay. So all of that is now connected. Okay. Goody. So everything should be functioning there. All right. We might need some more of these heat stacks just for heating purposes. So the good news is we can build another one right here very easily. Right? Build another one right here very easily. Because all we need is to put in a little bit of oil, which we can plop on in. Much in the same way we blocked this one. Boop. There we go. Free oil for the whole family. Yippee. Alright. We'll walk over and let our drones help with the building. There we go. Cool. Alright. So now we have all the more building going on. God, the weird heating island we have. Our bizarre looking heat pump island stack. You know, sometimes you just gotta do it like that, okay? I don't know what else to tell you. That's just how it is. Though I will say, here we could replace these efficiencies with speeds. I like the idea of giving us a little more speed on the output. Though we are out of speeds. We need to bring more. More! Always more! Why are these frozen? Okay, there we go. Right, so we missed a spot up here. So this heat stack was also not a pump-in like it should have been. Good to know. All right, so that should fix all of the heat stacks. This one back here, all it's going to do is help heat up this side. This one will help heat up here. Good, good, good. Let's connect it down here to help give it more power. Yes. And at this point, we just make a wiring rat's nest to make sure it's all functioning. Using a lot of underground pipes, those consume a lot of heat. Oh, do undergrounds use more heat than above ground pipes? Certain conditions we copied the same shortcuts, copy machine settings. Yep. Okay, cool. It did copy that. So I think we're good. Our fluorine should be good if it wasn't slightly frozen. Our fluorine is now good. We just need our ammonia. And the ammonia pump, what is the problem with the ammonia pump? The problem with the ammonia pump is that it is not connected yet. We've not connected our ammonia output, which is here, right? Because we are making a lot more ammonia than we can actually use up. Now, it's all being turned into fuel at the moment, but that will change soon enough. So, we need to change our design on the ammonia pumps. Okay. So let's get him out. I've been playing a bit more of Metaphor, ReFantasio in my spare time. That game is still killing it. Good to happy to report that game continues to be the nuts. It is excellent, truly excellent, and continues to be so. More at 11. That's it. That's really it. That game kicks ass. Regular pipes consume 1 kilowatt worth. Underground consume 150 kilowatts? Good God. Underground pipes should be easier to warm up. That's stupid. They should be easier. Let me tell you, I've designed a few underground pipes in my time. Once you warm them up, they should stay warmed up. It should be easier, not harder. That's ridiculous. Oh, well, I don't make the rules. All right. What entity is destroyed? Wow, Navis. Oh, the bugs are getting in. Ooh, they took some damage. All right, let's reinforce. Ooh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Navis is the planet where I'm like, bro, get me as many cliffs as you can. I love cliffs on this planet. Don't you dare move my cliffs. I need them. You don't understand. I need them. All right. That should help with the laser reinforcements to stave off any future problems. This dev's decision to try and make you avoid it. Most people just make more heat. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Of when the devs go, hey guys, we want to force you to interact with the pipes, or with the pipes. But the problem is, the pipes, really what should happen is you should be able to pull underground copper heat piping. There should be an underground heat piping system. But because there isn't, it's like... it just doesn't happen, right? Realistically, you just don't get the heat that you need. Because, like, it's not going to happen. All right. I think that's all we need there. We'll figure out what's broken when we get to it. I know, it's a great way to live. We figure out what's broken. My parents at my therapy session. We'll figure out what's broken when we get to it, damn it. You're wasting our time. All right. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, we're heating a lot of stuff. We're making a lot of ice. Any excess ice will get pulled out and grinded into dust, which is delightful for us. Exactly what we want to see. So at this point, what we were doing is we were building up this guy. Boop. How do we even link you? I guess we do it like this. Like this. Since now we know that we need to avoid the piping if at all possible. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. This gives us connections, kind of messy ones. But I think what we want to do is we want to go north with this stack, right? We want to go north, like so, and kind of clear all of these annoyances, right? We want to clear the way. At that point, I guess since it's so much more efficient to do it this way, we go ahead and boop. Boop. There we go. And since we're up here building anyways, let's go ahead and slap a couple tanks onto it so we have a nice ammonia store. Yeah. And here we go ahead, slap this around, give it a nice little copper blanket, if you will. Nice little copper blanket. There we go. Cool. That should solve the ammonia input problem. As soon as we figure out all the tiny little bits that I gotta warm up. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Oh yeah. All right. And since we are now cooling down so very many things, we will of course be having a wee bit of a power and heating issue. Good thing we now have all the more burn stacks, pump stacks. Some of them are not a pumping though. Okay, that's fine. Because we can build it like this. We can be flexible. There we go. I'll get that one running. This one is actively running, actively heating up. He's going positive. That means if we give him enough time, we'll be good to go. Very nice. Very good. So yeah, we just need to keep heat pumping. You think I should build a second heat pump? Honestly, why not? Why not? Is a Pokemon from the Johto region. I actually don't know if that's true. Couldn't tell you. I don't know Pokemon. I played Pokemon a couple times when I was young. I don't really know Pokemon. All right, yeah. We'll just go ahead and build another one, double up our heat stack production, because we are objectively using so much gosh darn heat to support this weird-ass growth operation. But it is here, and it's getting done, and that's what matters. Tesla turns from Pogar, very good at defending, and though they consume power. We have lasers. For me, it's just a thing of like, now that we have lasers, the lasers are so cracked on Navis that I just don't really need more than that. They do a great job. The lasers do great. Are we low on power? Ooh, we are low on power. These are no longer enough to sustain maximum power output. Okay, so what's the problem? The problem is that we have connected some of our heat boys up here. So the problem is we now have to wait quite a while before we can get enough heat to equalize the system. I see. I see the issue. So what we need to do is I have imported some fuel. We were importing lots of fuel. I'm sure some of it, there it is floating around. So let's just take some fuel and heat ourselves up the old-fashioned way. Just dump it into all of the systems. Yippee! We'll heat things back up to par in no time. And guess what? We are now out of rocket fuel. It's that easy, everyone. Oh yeah, that would heat it up nice and fast though. So there we go. Even with our massive load that we carry, this is great. This gives us lots of fuel, and it gives us time for our solid fuel production over here to figure out what it's doing. Goody. And since we need a lot of heat for our heat exchangers. Yep. All right. So once these bad boys get back up to speed, let's look at the power drain. God, the beacons use so much power, brother. Are they really worth it? I mean, yes. All we have to do is build more of these fuel stacks, realistically. So in fact, I should probably just do that. Like this. You know? Just keep slapping those suckers down. It'll work eventually. We'll build those up. We'll let them kind of run on their own before we connect them. If I connect them all immediately, we're just going to end up running ourselves out of power for no reason. So, yep, we'll just keep building that. How are we doing over here? Heat is slowly dropping. So we do need another heat stack. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We can do that. We can do that. So let's go ahead and build a heat stack. Do we just put it over here? Do we put it down here? Down here makes more sense to me. Well, but I would need to bring fuel, and the oil is up here. So let's build it here. Oh, I know what's happening. Okay, hold on. Boop. Okay, hold on. Boop. There we go. Kill those. There we go. There we go. Boop. Okay. So this one should work just fine. Let's get over there. Let's help it build itself up. We want to make sure our heat doesn't run out. Beacons benefit a lot from quality. Each higher level increases the effect. Oh, interesting. Beacons like quality. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. So. Oh, how are we doing on our supplies? We are very slowly building back up. Goody. It's going to be a while. But that's okay. That's okay. This is why we said we're probably gonna... My goal is to get blue sites. Oh, you know what we need? You know what we need? We need enough items to build a rocket station. What do we need? Steel process. We have blue, we have pipes and concrete. But we need engines and steel. So, let's go ahead and add. We'll add on this top group 1,000 steel. And 200 electric engines. Because apparently, those will be needed. It will be needed indeed. Well, do I want a singular rocket silo? Great question. I think we want 4. I think we want 4 rocket silos at the end of the day. So why don't we just fly in enough resources for 4 rocket silos? Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Gonna be a lot of concrete, baby. Gonna be a lot of concrete. Good thing I have stacked so absurdly many cargo bays into this build that we effectively can never run out. Yippee! Okay. So that'll be its problem when it happens. When the day comes, this will be its burden to bear. Right. Got all of that. Yeah, heat is going back up quite rapidly. That's good. Power is low, though. Power is low. Power is dropping. Hold up. No input fluid. Alright. Cut that. And cut that. I want you bad boys to exclusively be running power at maximum efficiency. I am more than happy to cut the rest of the facility as long as we don't mess with the power. Because once power goes down in this house, we're going to be in for a bad day. We'll be in for a very bad day, you know what I mean? It's just going to be straight up a bad time, dog. Straight up a bad time. All right, much better. Okay. As it makes, very slowly, as is its nature. Okay. So each of these are ready. Are they functioning? Yes. So what's the problem? Power. They just don't have power. That's their only issue at the moment, which is okay. Well, so how efficient are they? They make 0.02 a second. Oh god, I have minus 80% craft speed in these suckers. And the energy consumption is straight up ridiculous. Ooh, I do have some efficiency modules. Yeah, let's go ahead and toss a couple of efficiencies into there. Because that energy production rate is fucking wild. Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Why don't we? Now, efficiency, I'm not crazy, right? Efficiency does work in beacons. So it is worth putting into our systems here. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we are having a power outage issue. Why am I not getting any water? Just no power? Okay. What a pain. What a pain. We built our power, but perhaps too little too late. So, what's the easiest way to solve this conundrum temporarily? Craft the rocket silo in space and drop it in Aquilo. Oh, that makes sense. I hadn't thought about doing that, but it does make sense. All right, so all of this is going to struggle because they are low on that precious water. This side is low on that precious heat. Really? A whole load of fuel and you still are drowning in the power down situation. Okay. I guess we'll fly in. We'll fly back in with the magic of all of our fuel. We are bringing fuel, right? We are bringing a lot of rocket fuel, yes? Yes? We better be. Alright, well, if that's the situation, then I guess what I should do is pretty simple. We should... Well, this one's going to be unavoidably linked. But outside of that, we should actually... Well, only once it's hot can we disconnect our rocket fuel. Completely. But the idea is we basically set up our other power stations to not be connected to the other platforms whatsoever. The idea is, you know, should be fine. Shocked we're using this much heat. Okay, I shouldn't be shocked. There's so much fucking fluid. Of course we're using heat. Are you crazy? There's so much fluid. Of course we're using the heat. All right, yep. And the efficiencies. We really... I wish Factorio had a better methodology for turning off power to certain regions temporarily. You know what I mean? Because what we can do is I can dump these bad boys back down and get a bunch of solar panels back into action. Will they do much? No. No, they will not. Will they do more than nothing? Yes. All right. So I think I do have a solution here. It's very gross. It's not a solution you're gonna like to hear, but it is a fine solution that will be, how to say, that will be sufficient. We're just gonna fly in. We're gonna drop a few nuclear reactors and a bunch of reactor fuel cells and have a, you know, call it good. Hey Ruka, hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Have a lovely... stream's been good. We are running out of power again. Besides that, we're making great progress. Besides the part where we run out of power, we're making great progress. So yeah. Let's just fly the one place safe from automation, space, back on over. I do not need solar panels. They are completely useless for Aquilo. So let's just fly this guy over. He's got a lot of nuclear fuel of his own. He's got a lot of nuclear fuel of his own, and we use that stuff up like candy to power our system. But we use it to power our system, we should be doing good. Left the backup generator in Aquilo, a whole lot of solar panels melting ice. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so you can't run out of water. That is a very sensible system. But I'll note that for that to function, you must have used so many fucking solar panels. Like, look at me and tell me you did not need to AFK a few hours and build out 7, like, God, just to get it functioning. Like 1,000 solar panels? Because they're so expensive. They're so very expensive on a basic level. Because was it 1% efficient? Ugh. That ain't good. Whatever you call it, it sure as heck ain't good. All right. So, beyond all of that, we got all this, we got all this. Cutting the energy has helped keep my heat up, which is valuable. That has kept our heat going, which we need. It's going to cool off the rest, but I don't really care if these guys freeze. They'll be fine. Problem is we don't have the energy, so we will need the one place safe from automation to go ahead and fly on over to Aquilo. What is holding you back, baby girl? Oh, you're just waiting for a delivery, aren't you? Waiting for a rocket to arrive. Yep, okay. Janitor, sometimes you do the same. One coal mine powered by solar to prevent blackouts. That makes sense. That makes sense, yeah. Something y'all can toggle on when you need. And hey, power is power. Otherwise, you just keep it hooked up and more power is more power. It's one of those solid things. It's just that, I mean, it is, I think for me, the frustration right now is I was being smart. We saw this coming, so I started building out the extra power stations. Unfortunately, we didn't get far enough, right? We just happened to not get that far yet, so we're a little screwed. Which, hey, it happens. It happens. I would say to the best of us, because it happened to me. Oh! All right. Maybe about 6 or so, not enough to fully power everything. Yeah, it's something. At the end of the day, that's all you need. It's just annoying on this planet, because once it's shut down, now we have to come beg for the scraps that is a supply run, right? Beg for the scraps known as a supply run. Good news is that uranium is pretty easy. Pretty easy to carry around. So we don't need this group. We will call this the power resupply. And all it does is when I fly her over to Navis, Navis will fly in like 500 nuclear cells. Because 500 nuclear cells, that's far more than enough power for us to beat the game, right? Way more than we could need to beat the game. And at the moment, that's all I care about. Okay, we have one cryo pack, by the way. What do we want to spend it on? Are you guys not repaired? Drones? There's damaged people. Hello? There's no way I'm using up drones. I auto-build drones and put them in. There should be no way we're having a supply issue. Curious. Okay. Okay. Whatever, we'll just build more supply packs? I guess. I don't understand, but easy enough to solve. Okay, so what do I need to build repair kits? I don't know why it's not building them. Gears and circuits. That is very easy to solve. So, boop, boop. How do I grab these? Butts. Wow. And all you grab are gears. Wait. What am I doing? I'm doing this here. We just put this here. This goes here. Duh. I was making that more complicated than I needed to be. So, we're gears. Gears, gears, gears. And the guy grabbed that. Then they output a box. I don't know why the walls aren't being repaired. They should be. They very much should be. Strange. All right, well, they'll get repaired. They'll get repaired. We'll just make more repair kits here, I guess. Fuel can be shipped via ships. Aw. That's kind of annoying. Well, I get it, but kind of weird. Ship fuel, as I say, as we ship fuel. Okay. So, what do we need to do? First step is I need to drop my nuclear reactors. All right, let's make sure I always have a stack of the nuclear reactors. Well, at least 2. They are somewhere. Why did I make that 6? Let's just make it a normal 10. There we go. Okay. And now we've dropped the nuclear reactors. Let's go ahead and drop not all of the fuel. We will leave a little bit of the fuel. Actually, we don't even need to. Drop all of the fuel. Okay, is there anything else I need to drop? We may as well drop the concrete since I'm here. We may as well drop the heat pipes while I am here. Everything else, we don't actually need more of. So let's go ahead and grab those things. There we go. We don't have more ice platforms at the moment, so we are a little more limited than I would like. Which means we build them here. Now how I built all this? Well, change of plans, everybody. Okay. Because all I need are my reactors. There we go. Now we put down these and these. I think I just hand feed them. Yeah. We just hand feed them. Bring in copper piping like this around them. There we go. All right. Because all we're using is we're just going to heat it up this way. We're just going to heat it up this way. It'll connect to here and the heat will echo out. All I really need is the bare minimum of heat, right? All I actually need, practically speaking, is the bare minimum heat required to get to the network and heat things back up. Now, is that going to be enough, though, or do I want to drop another stack of nukes up here? It is tempting. In fact, we don't need a stack of nukes. It will be much less efficient. But there's nothing stopping me from finding a nice little spot. There really isn't one. From just slamming it down like a motherfucker. And dumping some fuel in. From just saying YOLO and just Mick doing it. There we go. There we go. This will keep it warm for quite a while. We'll just hand remove the nuclear waste and put it in a box somewhere. Who cares? Control shift clicks makes belts underground automatically. Interesting. I didn't realize that. Okay, so the temp is at max. Good. I don't have the copper. Copper! Calling A.N. Nasir, I need your... I'm going into battle, and I require your highest quality of copper. There we go. We don't have time to charge up. Oh, we don't have time. There we go. Yep, and now it's cold, but these things have their massive 120 megawatt output. They'll heat it up right quickly. We'll just throw these down, get a little more power whilst we can. It won't be enough to matter, but it'll be something. But most of our heat is going to come from this bad boy. The problem is we still don't have water, right? We still won't have enough water. And the water is going to be a problem no matter what. So where do we have enough water? Over here. Over here's our answer. And the pipes are... They will heat up. They are going to heat up from this guy. This, in theory, this will be enough. In practice, I'm not sure. Now, can I link this? I don't think we have the ice platforms available to us. May have used up too many. So, there is an answer, though. There is a solution, albeit temporary. We just take them. We just take them. Like the greedy little goblins we have. We take them from the future to pay for today. That's right. We're going to rob the future to pay for the present. Like the heroic promise makers we are. All I need to do is get one of these suckers online, and then we're pretty much good, right? Because each of these, well, they do have, I am noticing, I do have an issue I didn't realize, where none of these ever have water tanks on them. I should probably slap water tanks on them. Just you know, just a good idea to give them water tank storage. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense to do. Yeah, I see. The idea, my thought was they wouldn't need water tank storage because they had steam. But what if I just stored both, like a smart person? That would have probably avoided a lot of this issue, huh? Oopsie. Haha. Oh, whoopsie. I just put another nuclear reactor close to the water. Yeah, the problem is just platforms. So as long as we get this little platform stack out, we'll be good to go. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Charge faster, you darn drones. We have so much we must do. These days grow darker. I fear will be the end of us all. You don't hurry your asses up, Mr. Drone. There we go. Oh, the heat will have to travel out now, which will take it a little while. Unfortunately, there's no such thing as a fast ride in this house. Nothing ever goes fast on this planet, huh? Alright, what else should we drop? Just keep dropping concrete, because I may as well. We'll use it. Lord knows we'll use it. I think it's the brown earth I actually care about, realistically. Yeah, that's about it. Well, we'll drop the beacons. We'll drop the beacons, I guess. The beacons! They're somewhere, I think. Or did we not actually get them? I don't think we got them. That's fine. Drop the drones. Can always use more drones in the drone ports. Okay. That'll be enough. All right. Go back. Go back to Volcanus, baby girl. Go grab your stuff again. Oh. Oh, it's flying with orbital drop slots still filled. Interesting. Can they fly all the way to the other planet? Kinda doubt it, but I'm curious. Oh, God. I forgot this would happen. I forgot all of the items would just kind of flop onto the ground and explode. Well, May as well pick this up, otherwise it's going to be another 20 minutes of power to the drones. It's almost all concrete. It's almost all concrete. Of course it is. Of course it is. Just vacuum those suckers up. Okay. So, whilst we let everything kind of solve itself through the power of nuclear fission, we'll solve all these problems at a remarkably slow rate, but we will solve them. Here we go. The heat is slowly, you would hope it'd be surely, but surely it is not. Let's go ahead and ditch this. Yeah, we just want the heat to travel this way. Perfect. It's not like we have a lot of water. It's kind of a... We may have made a mistake. A mistake, you could say. Gosh. Oh well. So, now we've heated everything up with temporary, non-renewable resources like the heroes we are. Like the grand heroes we truly are on the inside. I'll actually have a bunch of rocket fuel I can go grab. Why didn't I just do that? Oops. I forgot I had rocket fuel. Right. I was making that. Haha. Oopsie. Oh well. Is there an easier way to turn ice? No, you always need electricity to melt ice, huh? Because Lord knows we have ice. Factorio walk of shame. Like, Lord knows we have ice. It's really just the power issue slowing us down. I'm kind of just waiting for it to fix itself, honestly. Why are these things not repairing? I don't get it. How weird. Drones should be flying out to repair these things with incredible gusto, but are they all preoccupied with something else? It would seem so. I wonder what. Oh, how I wonder what it is that they are doing. Apparently, we need more drone recharging stations, though. Good lord, if they're all flying around here, then we'll just give them more recharging points. let's be a little more prudent about this, no? Alright. And then they fly past here. They need more recharging points. They also fly over here. Ah. Whack. Wonder why. Oh well. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, the normal answer of, oh, we should solve this obvious problem by slapping down, you know, just slapping down a few problem solvers is not going to work here. Because we can't just throw down solar panels, which is otherwise what we would be doing. For sure. For sure. But it's just not going to work. Okay, well. At least the nuclear reactors are certainly going to run for a long time. There we go. There we go. Power is live. Power is live up once again. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. This guy is getting what he can. We're getting an all of 10 megawatts out of it. Not as much as you might hope. Not as much as you might hope. Maybe. Well, it's tough. Because we need to have this basic burning setup. And if you ask, well, Generic, why do we need this basic burning setup? We need this basic burning setup because to make ice, we have to make ammonia. And ammonia does not get used in bulk. So, it's kind of a pain in the butt. And for this setup, we don't really need more, so we'll just call it a day for now. We'll just call it a day for now. The difficulties of life, how they present themselves to us. Are they my difficulties? Did I cause this through foolishness and poor decisions? No, absolutely not. Ridiculous question. Never cook again. Ridiculous question. No more questions will be entertained. Not after that farce. Okay. I guess I'll just carry all the nuclear and... yeah, we'll just carry all of it. Fuck it. Okay. The real problem is I just want to get some more power onto this guy. But we can slap down solar panels where we can pull it off. We may as well. But they're so bad, you know? They're so bad that they don't help, realistically. They're just going to be here. They're going to... the solar panels have an illusion of helping. They make you think that they're doing something. They're really not. They're really not, but it is free power. You know? It's not enough to matter, but it is free. Yeah, they're giving me all of 50 kilowatts. This is bad. This is real bad. Oh, man. Alright, so some steam turbines are going. They are getting the heat. The heat is transferring to the rest of the network. Thank God. Thank God. So we can reconnect that and just kind of get the whole thing heated for now. That'll be good. Plenty good for us. We are running a lot of nuclear heating at the moment. I don't think we need this much heat. It is rock solid. So let's turn off all but one nuclear process, right? Let's turn off all but one. I think one is going to maintain. As we kind of just sit here and stare at the temp. Yeah. One of them is enough to maintain temp. So we don't need the others running. Okay. So how do we get more water? How do I get water? I guess we just build more of our fuel pump systems, right? Because this thing makes water. It just uses a little bit of water to make rocket fuel. Not a lot, mind you. Not a lot. It just uses a little bit. Like a tiny amount. Most of it just gets burned off as fuel. So if we make more fuel pump systems. We can make a couple up here. And I guess we can connect water to them. Okay. These don't get built for quite a while, unfortunately. Not for quite a while. Good news is they'll make more heat as well, which I don't hate. But instead of this fancy system down here, instead of this big old fancy system down here, we just kind of clean up the whole shack. Womp. Womp. Yeah. Clean out that whole shack. We don't need it. We don't need it. The water instead. We'll just connect like this and go with the piping. Go with the piping. Yippee. Okay. There we go. Well, I guess if we're doing it underground, I can do it a lot farther than that. Okay, that should work. A little messy. It'll help us make a lot more water in the future. Just to keep the water system nice and thick, so we don't have failures like this again. Well, you learn things, and then you curse the gods for the knowledge you are burdened with. That's life. That's life in a nutshell. Cursing the gods for the burdens upon your mind and soul. Yep. Yep. Well, at least the heat problem is solved. Very slowly, mind you. Very slowly. We just don't have the water problem. The music seems to be popping. I figured I very rarely use vocal music for stream, so I figured we'd do it for once, just for funsies. Do some Arknight's music. Why not? You know, why not? Where and what? Where and what? You like it? Well, yeah, I hope you do. Considering how often I've heard you use these on your own streams, I certainly hope you do, Lore. Also, welcome in. Alright, so everything's broken. We don't have enough water. What is the solution to not enough water? Legitimately, I don't know what to do in this situation. I guess we just cut power. But if I mean, I need the power. Shit. It's all a mess. All right. Cut. Keep all of this, but cut the rest. God, this is gonna suck. God, I'm gonna have to reconnect this bullshit. Okay. That should be a separate network now. Good for us. Good for us. So now when I walk over, 132 megawatts. Yes, we have cut a large section of the power demand, which is great. So at this point, I mean, we're still on the level of kilowatts. So at this point, we actually go ahead and we rip out all of these drone stations. We say, hey, drone stations, you're doing great, but you are demanding batteries. We just don't have the batteries to give it to you. I'm sorry. So if we do that, okay, doing a lot better on power, right? Doing a lot better. So at this point, again, there's no easy way to just turn off beacons, so we just have to rip them up. Beacons are our next big power sink. We'll just throw them down later. It's not a problem. Not a problem. How about now? 5 drone stations remain. Why am I saying it? See, clearly I've been playing too much metaphor because it's how I felt like when I was saying it. All right, so we cut off this southern connection. We can't really cut off the rest of it, I'm afraid. It's just too integral. But we'll cut off the southern connection, and that will give us... This is about as good as we're going to get, realistically, in terms of power demand. And then we'll just start trying to drop more solar panels anywhere that we possibly can. It's okay. Don't. About. I mean, I guess you could put down a couple solar panels instead of these batteries. That gets us to... Oh, we're getting a tiny amount of water. I like that. So yeah, there we go, 103 kilowatts. Why are the solar panels not creating their full output? That makes no sense. What does that mean? We just need enough power to get this water back on, right? We need just enough power to get water back online, I'm afraid. Now let's dump this pipeline, because all I care about is not the ammonia. I care only about making ice. In fact, we have ice. I just care about this thing running. Let's take... Do I have efficiency modules stashed anywhere? I do. Okay. Let's take efficiency modules and jam them. Okay, maybe not that many. Good God. And jam 2 into our recyclers. Those ones already have efficiencies. They do have speed. We don't... Oh, it's a tier 1 speed. Why do I even have tier 1 speeds? They don't need that. Okay. So with that, we can reduce the power needed slightly. Not a lot, mind you. It's not great. We're saving very small amounts of energy over here. If I take these out, this takes how much energy? 186 kilowatt as opposed to 36. Well, we are desperate for power, so we will be making do. We will indeed make do. It'll have to be fine. Okay. It's time to start scrimping for power. Scrounging around for electricity, one could say. And all this does is make fuel. We don't really need the fuel. Well, we do need the fuel. How can we improve this? Being very annoying. Very annoying indeed. Oh, and we need to get oil to this guy. That's easy enough. I think. It's kind of a mess. Kind of a hot mess. Thank God that so am I. I got him. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Needs to go up to here, which we can. There we go. If we go around, I can save a lot on heat, apparently. Apparently. Problem is, none of this will get built for quite a while. Even so, none of this will be able to be built for quite some time. Alas. Alright. So that'll get the oil over to build this infrastructure. It's gonna be the water. I thought we had power down, man. I was proud of our power production. I thought we really had that going for us in a good way, but it would seem that it was not meant to be. Alas, alas. What a pain. What a pain. What a tragic turn of events. Is there really ocean there? Oh, there is ocean there. I see. Oh, well, so here we are, building a tiny amount of power and kind of just watching it not do very much as this thing struggles to make any water whatsoever. We're not gonna, the problem here is we aren't going to manage to break this. We are now in a power chokehold, and eventually I will run out of nuclear fuel, which is a separate but still entirely valid concern. We will at some point run out of nuclear fuel. So what do we do should that befall us? Should that happen? What remains for us here in this place? You know? Did you? Thank you. We'll throw down what panels we can. I guess we'll just keep them up. But they aren't... Realistically, they're never going to make enough power to do anything. So, we are getting a tiny amount of water out, but not enough to matter. The heat is doing okay, right? Our heat is doing the best that it can, but this guy is just... He can only do so much, even with efficiency modules in him. Even with efficiency modules and a load of ice to make it easy. You can only make so much at a time. This one's full of water. Oh, right, because you don't... Fair enough. Because you're not a pump. I see. Understood. Understood. Carry on, sir. Carry on. Carry on. Yeah, I don't know. This probably ain't gonna work long term, is it? We built a little too much out, but we can't sustain the green of our own production. Tale as old as time. A lot of drones. So, what can we do to solve this? We can always go get more nuclear fuel. So, yeah. So we know more nuclear fuel is not a problem for us. Not in the slightest. Let's get something else researching. We don't really have much green at the moment, but that's all we're researching. There is the quantum processor. We could set up to build those. God, those will take a lot of power. We got to get our power problem solved. We got to solve our problem power, our power problem. Let's make more efficient blue chips because we eat those things like candy. We really do. So even 10% more blue chips is actually pretty massive for us in terms of the overall benefit. The realistic benefit in the game is considerable. Alright, well, I guess we'll start prepping to build our microprocessors. We're out of land. Well, we're not. It's just all covered in solar panels. But we may as well just build it down here in the middle. You know what I mean? So to build a microprocessor, what do we need? macro processor. Sorry, a quantum processor. We'll need a lot of blue, easy, tungsten carbide, superconductors, and carbon fiber. I've flown in a bunch of each and lithium plate, so we will need fluoroketone, cold. And we'll make hot fluoroketone. So if we're making cold and hot fluoroketone, why don't we just use it in the same line that we're already doing it, right? We're already doing it. We're already making a bunch of fluoroketone as we need. So why don't we just continue building it out as we are? So if we take the time and we chop this guy back, we trim this guy back, and spend a lot less time making oil, making spare water and fuel, and we just... I mean, how many of these do we realistically need? Probably like... I don't know. 2? With boosters on them? Maybe 3. We'll do 3. Yeah. We'll do a set of 3. Okay. So we set out a set of 3. And these guys are going to need to make microprocessors, which I cannot do yet, so we'll just wipe them clean. Microprocessors are going to require the cold fluoroketone. Easy enough, easy enough. Which we already have set up. And they're going to require... Give them that little blankie. They're going to require the hot. Well, they're going to output hot, right? So because they output hot, will be good. Because we already have the network set up to recycle the hot and cool it back down. Cooling it back down, they'll then go into these. Yeah, we'll be good. We will be right as rain. We dump a pair of... Well, we dump a drone station down here because we're going to need to go ahead and grab a bunch of drone stations. And then we put down a few beacons just to help make it a little more efficient. For the modules, we'll make it 4 efficiency, 4 speed for now. Yeah. Yeah. And these ones we will put down here as well. Actually, I think I kind of want to take this and squish it in. There's no need for it to be taller. We don't benefit. There we go. The factory, it takes shape before our eyes. As Zeus strikes down the unworthy drones who don't believe. You ever wonder, generic, what's the answer to grinding up 80 million scrap and having things you don't want? Easy solution, an entire island of yellow chests. An entire island of storage chests, so you simply never think about it at any point. Next question. Science on ice. Ice skating's neat. I think it's neat. I've never... Well, I have done it like twice. Very little. Very little. It's cool. I like the idea. I can't do it. If you put a gun to my head and you said, I need you to show off your beautiful pirouette skills, I would tell you, but I simply cannot. My pirouettes are weak. They are pathetic baby pirouettes. Don't make me do it. Please, please, please. Don't do it to me. Are you dropping in temp? You cannot keep up with a singular nuclear stack. Interesting. So we have to give you some help to keep this place warm. Okay. Easy enough, easy enough. Alright, this guy, he's still... he's doing okay. We can't really afford more than the one, though, so... they'll have to do. As night falls and we're just kind of screwed. Okay, well... what are solutions? Problem. No electricity. Why no electricity? Well, no water, no steam. Okay. Potential solutions. Stupid solutions. You're having Stardew flashes when I talk about putting stuff in chests. Do I need to just grab a bunch of farming players and go play Stardew with them on stream so I can learn what the hell people are talking about? Is that a thing I must do? A burden I must bear? I'm not against it. I don't know. I don't know. When you play multiplayer Stardew, can you all marry different people? Or are you stuck with a singular choice to fight over? This would be really funny if you were stuck with one choice. To be clear as to my personal opinion, I think it'd be really funny if you're stuck with one choice instead of having your pick of the litter. Yes, we are a polygamous couple, but we only have room for one non-farmer in this relationship. No more. We've discussed it. We just can't fit more of their kind. They don't understand us. All right, throw down a couple more solar panels, mostly out of desperation. Okay. I need steam. Can I barrel steam? No. I could. Is that really what I'm planning? I could barrel a bunch of sulfuric acid and calcite, fly it in from Volcanus, and neutralize the acid to make a shitload of steam. No, crafting surface conditions, high pressure. Oh, you can only do acid neutralization on Volcanus. Okay, so that plan is bunk. That plan will not work. So all I get is water. Can I barrel water? I could barrel water. Oh, that's so bad. It sucks. Do we barrel water and fly it into a planet made out of ice? Like idiots. Gonna fly water across the galaxy. Or you could add the poly mod. Everyone's different spouses unless you're marrying one of the other players. Or you fight your friends to the death. Okay, fighting your friends to the death is funny, though. Batsu, where you have to marry your least favorite character. Okay. I hate what we must do. But I know what we must do. Wow, there's no heat pipes on the planet. Did I eat all of them? I did. It's screaming. Okay. We have a solution to the water problem. However, it sucks. It's a bad solution. So I'm sure you're so curious. Generic, what? What, your mind... You, whose mind is so famously mega, What could your solution to the water problem be? Well, glad you asked. We are going to take some iron. Where can I tap iron? We could tap off iron. God, I'm just looking for a little iron spot. Here we go. We can tap off some iron here. So we're going to tap off some iron, and we're going to make some steel processors. The steel processors can have maximum speed because I need this to be done on stream. So they can go fast. Okay, so at this point, we then have our grabber line. And I guess a belt line, because steel? Doesn't really matter. We don't really need that, but it's already here. This is not a long-term solution. Do not think by any means this is something I want to do long-term. That's why we're just throwing it down in bulk. Fuck it. Okay. Make me some barrels. The barrels will go into a pair of chests. Okay. All right. So, now we have the barrels. How do I barrel water? I've never barreled anything. I thought I wouldn't have to barrel anything to beat this game. Okay. So, I have to connect water and barrels to an assembler. Instead of putting them into chests, we will instead move them like this. And then make another line. But these ones are going to fill it with water. This is awful. I am so unhappy that I have to fill barrels of water to fly it to a foreign planet. That this is unironically the best solution I've got for our current problem of we have heat but no water. Okay. So now the water we can take and just nicely connect over here. This is awful, dude. This is absolutely awful. Okay. And then this will go into a chest. Maybe two. Okay. Link that. And then in the one place safe from automation space, we are going to fill it with barrels of water. Yes. This is our plan. Give me 3,000 barrels of water, please. Yes, we are barreling water for Aquilo. Because I don't have a way to break the current stalemate. Solar power is so bad, it's not going to work. So we are just going to barrel water. And it's going to be kind of gross. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is. The good news is that with the power of spamming an ungodly number of speed modules, anything is possible. With the power of speed modules, we can barrel water mighty fast. And how much is in a rocket? 10 stacks, 100. So we can really fill these out. I'll have to get empty barrels. I'll have to get rid of them. Recycling is an option. Yeah, we'll just tear them up. But that's tomorrow's problem. Well, Unless I have this recycler as is, right? So we're going to just set it up ahead of time. A requester chest, and this requester chest loves to eat barrels. Yes, he loves eating barrels. There we go. He will eat up our barrels. And that will be good. Yeah, solar sucks. Fly in barreled water to solve the choke. I hear you. It's not good. Again, why are these not preparing? Did I press a button? Like, did I press a button that turns off repairs? And not that I see. I wasn't aware that was a thing. But it's kind of a problem if my walls and turrets don't get repaired. You know? Weird. Couldn't tell you why. Weird. Alright. Well, whatever, I guess. Yeah. That's just what we're stuck with now. I guess. Ooh. Swap these so that they don't request anything. Yeah, so we'll have the microprocessors done. While we're here, while we wait for our barrels, let's do our final build. The last tech we need after microprocessors, quantum processors. We can make the fusion reactor. Frankly, not entirely sure why. While we can make it, we would need the fluids. Like, we need the special fluid, and I'm kind of like, I guess the power is nice, but by the time I get to building a fusion reactor, let's be very honest. Let's just say a fusion generator. Oh, generator is what you wear yourself. Understood. But, like, by the time I get here, I'm kind of like, I guess. What we need to beat the game is railguns. Railguns are the only way to blow up the big asteroids. Maybe the robot network is disconnected? Maybe, but it shouldn't be on Navis. No. Okay, we could use one here. No, that looks pretty good, though. Like, weird. I started building more of them here. Why are you not dropping that splitter? Okay, drop a tier 3 splitter. What do I care? Weird. Alright. Whatever. Anyways. So... Anyways, what were we doing? Right, railguns. So we will have access to the railgun soon, once we get power. So to make railguns, let's just look it up in the handy dandy notebook. Railgun. Railgun ammo. What the hell? Ammo category versus ammo? Ah, there's a handheld railgun we can make, which is neat. I guess if you fight on foot, which no one does, but it's neat. There's a railgun turret we can build, a long-range electric cannon turret, effective against enemies and asteroids. 4,000 HP, fires very slowly, but that's okay. 40 range. We're not going to bother making advanced ones. They take a lot of quantum processors to make. They're very expensive to make, and they take fluoroketone, but they do make railguns. Tungsten, superconductor, carbon fiber, and quantum processors, which is fine. We have all of those things flown in bulk already, so that should be a-okay. That should be pretty easy to build in bulk, but we will need to make the ammo. The ammo requires explosives, steel, and copper, and we're going to have to build a bunch up. There's a network option on top of the map overlays. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Oh well, we'll just ignore it for now. So, things we can do right now. We can redesign the ship whilst we wait. Oh, do we have the water? Pog. A pog. The kids don't say pog anymore. Pog is now like, I don't think pog is unk, but like the kids definitely don't say pog, right? That's like old teen to college, I want to say. I feel like children ain't gonna pog anymore. They don't get it. Man, this is sad. I used to work so hard to make the children sad. I used to work so hard to make the children miserable. But now the children have moved on. I need new ways to make them miserable. It sucks. Life is tough sometimes, you know? I think I won't say that's beautiful, but it is definitely tough. How do I unbarrel water now I think about it? What do I... Empty barrels. Okay, so I have to stick them into another assembling machine. So I need... God, so I need power to empty the frickin' barrels? Of course I do. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Where do I... Oh, God. All right. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Shit. Well, that was bad. Lost a lot of temp doing that. Ahem. Okay. Let's be a little more careful this time. Well, will all that freeze? Yes. Do I care? No. Not at the moment. I just need to fill this sucker. I might fill it manually. I might have to fill it manually. Which, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So let's go. Wish there was a way to... Let's just... Alright, give me a stack of assemblers. And give me some pipe. Pipe me up, daddy, please. Come on. There we go. Alright. Hand me some pipes. Well, if the drones don't want... Oh, I put a... No, why aren't they grabbing me? Whatever. Aren't they grabbing things? Okay, we'll just grab it ourselves, I guess, as I have to look real close. They recommend powering the unbarreling machine with solar. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a pain in the butt. Problem is, we don't have the platforms, so... We will power it with our solar network. What solar network we have? It's going to be kind of slow. Oh well, how's the flight going? Fun to watch as always. Blam blam, missiles, missile, missile. Blam 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 blam. So, where do we put the railguns? We could put them in front, because here's the problem. In our current design, missiles have a range of 36. Guns have a range of 18. Railguns have a range of 40. So this implies to me we actually want to bring our design forward. We want to push it forward and put the railguns in the back. Or we change the parapets and make some of these missile parapets into railgun parapets. We're going to have to make the whole design wider, probably on the left side anyways. Which is fine, we can do that. Because we want to keep the explosives, of course. The explosives are solid, but we need more iron to get harvested to make us copper and steel. Yeah. So, design-wise, we're going to have to consider all of that stuff. Lots to think about. Lots to think about. As we do kind of drain these bad boys for all they're worth, huh? Now that I look at it. Yeah. So we'll have to move it south. Oh, are you here? Excellent. Give me the barrels. I'm a thirsty, thirsty child. Please. Give me 7,000 barrels of water. I'm so thirsty. And desperate, because apparently I can't pour the water out by hand. I'm not only thirsty, even worse, I'm very, very stupid. Alright. Give me those water barrels. Literally, of all of the things to desperately try and go get, I really would not have believed you if you told me I will need water. I would have been like, really? The like easiest thing to get on almost every planet? And you'd be like, yeah, water, man. I'd be like, fucking hell. It's rough out here, huh? It is rough out here on these streets. Alright. There we go. Now we toss 3 efficiency and this power module I have on me. Well, speed. Because that'll cap us out on efficiency. Minimum power output. It is going incredibly slowly. Because that's just as... That's all I can do. The reality is, this is as good as I can do. We have jammed efficiency into every build possible. Not much else I can do at this point. I could make these efficient, but I really need them to be fast, man. Well, I'll do it for now. Because I can't really cut them off from the design, so we may as well reduce their power consumption by quite a bit. I guess. And I guess we can throw efficiency into these. At least a few. Do I have any more efficiencies? Those are high tier ones. I think those are all the ones I sent down to the planet originally. That's fine. That's probably fine. Maybe. How we doing, baby boy? We're not doing. We're not doing it all. I'm getting all of 1 kilowatt and night is falling. We are going to die. I've got the bad news, everybody. We're going to die here. Oh no. Oh no. What are these guys doing? Really? Okay, they're still heating up, just very slowly. So, because I have to think, right? Amazing. A terrible cost, I know. Okay. So, where can I get some space? Right. Let's tear up... Yeah, let's tear up this whole guy. Tear up this whole guy. And just eat him for his platforms. We're eating him for his platforms. It's horrible. It's gory. It's a little sensual. You know how it is. All right. So that means we can copy this guy right here, which will go into a tank like this. Okay. I will help grab things for our drones. They have to grab a lot of concrete and just rip it out of the ground like the Giga Chads they are. Mm-hmm. Okay. No planets stay orbiting with huge asteroids, so I need railguns at the front. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I was only going to put railguns on the front. I think if we expand it and just keep our parapet design that we currently have, I think we'll do just fine. Because the gun DPS is so freaking high. It's so high. Alright. But, since we're here, let's expand this part of the build upwards. Boop. Okay. I don't know why that's there. What the fuck is that? Okay. Get rid of that, because that should not be there. Just straight up should not be there. Okay. Alright, so these three on this side of the build, they are going to be their own whole thing entirely. These will be our railgun producers. Which again, we can't make, but that's fine. So we will make our thingies, and then we will make our railguns. Cool. So that gives us that line, and we'll be near a heat pump. So we'll be fine, right? Near 2 heat pumps, which will connect in, because why wouldn't they? Just bloop right there. Yeah, that'll be just fine. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, we're running. We're running. The water is working. The water is jammed. We're full of water. Oh, no. All right, hold on. Mer, 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 mer. Okay. Yep. Tear up more grounds. There we go. Nom nom. Eat it up. Eat it up. Reese's Puffs. All right. Tear all that up. Then we have to go grab the rest of that water before it runs out, which probably won't be long. We are on a time. You're on very much a time limit. Shit. You need to be filtered. Only grab white barrels, empty barrels. That's the term I'm looking for. Barrel. There we go. Okay. Alright, we'll just direct connect. There we go. There we go. Get that temp running, please. Or did it do too far and you're cold? You're fucking cold. I still have more of these. I still have more nuclear reactors. I am not afraid. Do not challenge me, wizard. I am not afraid of your demands. We need that power. We need it now. What? Why are you not building? Stop. Stop that. Stop that. You not put concrete down? Fucking, I'll put it down myself. There we go. All right, heat it up. This is so jank, dude. Now, this network should be self-sustaining once it's online. But as you're seeing, it's going to take a while. All right, so there is some power going. Oh, God. This is why we disconnected the sides. Do ya see why we did that, Sonny? All right, so what we can do is just manually keep dumping water. Because I have no space to build this, unfortunately. It sucks, but I don't... Where would I even... We need space. Filter for barrel. And then... Wow. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's all the space we got, I'm afraid. So we'll just have to figure it out. Okay. This gives us a lot of water. Not necessarily as much as you might hope for, but a lot. We have so much fucking water that I brought that we can do this all day. So what I now need is a long boy. who specifically comes in a requester chest and requests water. This is stupid. This is so stupid that I am doing this. I cannot believe we are reduced to this. Ridiculous. Well, what else can you do? Actually, I think we can... yeah, we can make it a little better. So at least we can get the oil. Help keep the heat up. Because, yeah, this nuclear reactor struggles. There's so much to heat. Alright, so you will request water barrels. We're just going to dump those in there. There we go. Keep pumping water. This is running now. Good. How are we looking? Good. You're doing great. Keep it up, buddy. This guy down here, however, how we looking? Okay. Spiky. Very spiky, but functioning. I like functioning. I like functioning a lot. I think we are now ready to reconnect the systems. And because it's disconnecting the way that it is, all I need to do is reconnect it on one little point. Blanc to blanc. There we go. Okay. Yes. 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 It's working. It's working. We got out of the crunch. Oh, thank God. Okay. Thank God. Okay. So now we can reconnect this side down here from here to here. And we should now just be good in general. Thank God. The whole system is now running once again. Okay. Now, we are still on a time crunch, mind you. We can run out of nuclear fuel, right? We are currently using nuclear reactors and barrels of water flown in from across the solar system to make up for our supposed incompetence. Not even supposed, for our blatant incompetence. No good. Not ideal. But necessary. But for now, highly necessary. We'll just keep doing it until we have solved it, right? Until it's no longer exploding around us, we'll just have to keep doing it. And that's just how it is, I guess. And that's just how it is. All right, got some more research done. That's good. Does Navis have green on it? We don't have green on us. Okay, let's research. What does not take up green? Artillery shell damage does not require green. Delightful. I didn't completely lose the heat battle. We had to import thousands of rocket fuel. Ugh. Ugh. Ah, now we can just lean back and look at our drone swarm. Beautiful. 100,000 already, with 10 million more on the way. All right. So now we gotta fix things, because I broke a lot of shit. We broke a lot of shit. I ripped out the drones. Let's rebuild the drones. Well, we can put them in better spots now, right? I don't have to rebuild the drones in the same areas. We can put them in better locations. Good news. Good news. And by doing that, we can save more space. We'll keep the nuclear reactor here because we don't really have the production needed on the platforms. Though, speaking of production on platforms, we will re-spec these once we have the speed modules. Well, we don't have them yet, but we will respec these to be all speed once again. Because you need so many ice platforms and they build so incredibly slowly. Alright. Doing good. The moment we run out of barrels of water, we explode. Good thing we brought a lot of water. I want you to call in 1,000 barrels, buddy. I want you to call in auto call for barrels. So many barrels like you would not believe. This guy here is going to receive all of our trash barrels. And is that enough for him to eat it up? Do 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 do. It is, because the steel just gets eaten into nothingness. Beautiful. Beautiful. Goody. Okay. So this guy, you want barrels? I'll give you barrels, buddy. Buddy boy. We'll take those. We'll just have to manually pass it for a little while. We'll just have to manually fix things up for now. That's okay. That's okay. As long as the place is working. Another advantage of fusion power is it doesn't need water. But in order to get to fusion power, I'll have all of my Aquilo systems set up already, right? I'll have all of these power sources automatically running themselves cleanly and efficiently. So at that point, I ask, do we have a need for building fusion power? Because these don't run out of resources. They're just ocean-based. And they power themselves. So at that point, I am very much like, I don't think that does anything. I really don't. Alright, so you will take those. Have some water. Have some water. There we go. Yep, run that. Are you running? You are running. Okay. So we run this. Let's go ahead and make a water tank. We'll just go around with the copper. There we go. That'll be fine. Okay. Give each of those water tanks. Those are good. Those are good. Build up another. We'll reset this guy, the one we had to tear up so tragically. So tragically. We'll put him here. He was going to get oil coming out from this way. There we go. Okay, so at some point, the barrels of water will have to stop, right? For obvious reasons, at some point we won't be giving them barrels of water anymore. Tragic, I know. But for now, we barrel in it. Okay, I don't need 3,000 next time. The next supply drop will be reduced to a mediocre 1,000 barrels of water. Because apparently, that's what we need. It would seem this is what must be delivered for our planet to function in a healthy manner. Thousands of barrels of water. Wow. God, orbital drop slots takes a while to drop supplies, you know? We're also going to need to bring in more nuclear fuel for now. Obviously, again, not long term. Once the systems are working, we'll have tons and tons of heat, right? Once the whole bad boy is glowing, we'll have all the heat we could want. But until that day comes, we are stuck here. Until that day comes, we are going to be stuck right here. Okay. So we have all of these stuff. We're getting science. We are actually making science, mind you. We are actively making science. Looks like we are using an ungodly amount of power to make the science, but that's okay. That power is easily within half of our required power values. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, we don't make railguns in this guy. We make railguns in this guy. So we can actually get rid of quite a bit of the structure here. Quite a bit of the structure. Right? Am I going crazy? I'm not crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy! Like a fox. Railguns are made in cryoplants. Oh. No. No, okay, I am crazy. We do need these. Oh, is it the microprocessors? Or the quantum processors? Quantum. Oh, quantum processors are made in the electromagnetic plane. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. Well, I guess that's good. That means they're more efficient at the end of the day. Right? That means they are more efficient at the end of the day. So we'll just plonk those down and we'll fix them up as needed once we have that tech. We're not gonna have that tech for a while. I'm gonna have to get that. I'm gonna have to get that off stream, probably. We fixed the power, so a lot of this is just waiting, right? Now I just need to wait for our systems to dump all of our stuff. Just dump all of the stuff off. It takes so long to dump off the water. We need so much water. It's ridiculous. And it makes sense that drones use 5 times the power. That explains why they're all just sitting around waiting to get power all the time. But I know the dev intent is to push you to use belts, but I'm not using belts on this fucking planet. I'm just not gonna do it. You know? It's not gonna happen. Okay, so let's check these guys. This guy is humming. I love that. So he's got his stack, he's got his burner stack, and we make a little bit of fuel. My idea is, by making fuel in addition, rocket fuel, we end up with a lot of rocket fuel and we end up burning rocket fuel, which is great for us. Fantastic. It's extra power, but more importantly, by stacking rocket fuel, I don't need to import it. We will simply make rocket fuel on the side on each of our stacks. This guy is stacking up, he's building that heat, and as long as we're building any heat as all, we're right as rain. So you're starting to make power. Beautiful. We might not need the nuclear plant anymore. We're gonna leave it up and let it run. Right? Well, let me take the fuel out of it. We'll take the fuel out of it. We'll see if it keeps running. Right? We can always put the fuel back. This guy needs to get built out. All 4 of these need to get built out, but they will in due time. Cool. Here we say crazy. What did I say that was crazy? I think everything we say, I think everything the fools say is sensible. And that's right, I am blaming the fools for every word said. It's their fault, not mine. It wasn't me, it was them. They should go to jail, not me. It's not fair. Alright. So if this guy is cooking. Looks like he cannot quite keep up with the heat demands. Why is that? Because you should also have a guy pulling to here. 2 stacks. How much heat do these put out? They output 40 megawatts. So when fueled, these heating towers are as good as my nuclear reactor. So if this guy can consistently fuel both, which it looks like he absolutely can with gusto, one could say. With positive gusto. Alright, if anything, we dumped that because apparently we need so much ice. We need all of the ice we can get. Yeah. Yeah. Great. Good news. Good news. I don't know what these drones are even doing at this point. I think they're all just flying to refuel. I think every single one of them, it cares only about refueling. They don't care about society. Ugh. Ugh. The absolute state of things. Can you believe it? The absolute state of things. Why are these not running? Huh. Anyways. Alright. But the water tank system is functioning. These bad boys are functioning. Our power is solved. Whew. You recycle spent fuel into nothing. Oh, you can just recycle the fuel? Neat. Neat. Good to know. Thank you. See, and that's the thing. Like, I know in these kinds of games, backseating is a problem for many. I think the information is generally given very much with an intent of helping, of course, which is great. But I think the magic of good advice when warranted and requested versus backseating is generally things like that. Like, oh, yeah, you can recycle fuel and it goes away. How would I know that? Right? There's no way, there's no world where I figure that one out on my own. So it is legitimately very good information. Okay. I like how I'm just running in circles like, are you working? I have to look and see if you're working. Okay. So we are doing good now. All right. So I think at this point, we're pretty much in an AFK state. Austin. Oh, I miss this still now, Austin. You're in the South, but we had a big push for ice sports when hockey came in the 90s. Also, 45 stream watch streak. Hot dog. Glad you're here. Glad you enjoy it enough to stick around. I'm glad someone does. Oh, single tear. You know how to skate. Well, I don't have a reason I don't know how to skate. I just don't. Honestly, I should by all rights know how to ski and snowboard as well, not just skating. I don't know how to do any of those things. Now I'm so old and crusty. My poor porcelain body, this fired clay, would shatter if I attempted. Most undoubtedly, I would never survive. What a shame. What a shame. It would just never make it. Alright, so we're running the 2 heat pumps. I think we can get away. There's a reason I had the 3rd heat pump going. Kind of need the heat. Oh, yeah, I do need 3. Yeah, so I do need 3 heat pumps running to keep up with the demand of this area. So I think we just run the nuclear reactor for now. Well, no. We get rid of it. We get rid of it because that means we can go down here. We can link all of this. Yes. Good. Where are my heat pumps located? There they are. I see them. God, I got them eagle eyes. No, I do not. I'm going to pretend. Okay. So now... Now we drop a long boy down here. I actually need to move you up by one. There we go. Okay. So now we're feeding all 3 heat pumps, which means we're getting the output of 3 nuclear reactors. Well, 3 basic reactors, which also means we could design our system for basic fuel to be pumping into 3 heat pumps. We see that we are capable of it. Now, the implications terrify me. The power is beyond mortal ken. But we should probably do that long term. But long term, we should probably do that. So the water is going to flow for now. It is slowly going back down. What I need is to pull some of it out into a provider chest, then link these. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we good on water. Yeah, so we are not producing enough water. We're going to have to maintain the manual system until we get this guy here built out. Which is just a question of how many ice platforms can we make, and that's going to be a few hours. In those hours, what do we plan on doing? You're on 52. You know your fools like watching your stream. Yeah. But if we don't admit it to ourselves, then, you know, we can avoid the burden of the emotional vulnerability. Is that more fun? Is that more fun in life? Is that not why we live? To avoid living. That's what I think. That's what healthy people do. Or something. Alright. Okay. The operation to save our ass has succeeded. So let's ship down this iron, or ship down the steel. Why did I ship down steel? I could have just grinded up the barrels into steel and then used that to build the rocket ships. Whoops. Oh. I'm gonna stop thinking about that statement. Because, oops. Haha. Whoopsie. Alright. Guess we'll just... I'm going to ignore that statement and continue grinding barrels. Oh, I see. They're getting jammed up on each other. I see the problem. So I actually want the barrel stack to be like over here. There we go. Yeah. There we go. That's where the barrels will go. They will trade steel with one another. A flint and steel. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay. So everyone's running. You need a little bit more heat. You bad boys can go back to speed modules from crummy efficiency modules. We can jam some speed modules back in to the rare spots I managed to put some down to try to, you know, give these guys that little kick in the teeth that we could for more oil. Okay. We can be a little greedier now. A little greedier. All right. Power is looking good. Power's looking real good. These will get built out with time. It's just going to be a matter of time to build them out. They will need to be connected. This one is not quite ready. It needs an offshore pump. Can I just craft some offshore pumps? No, of course not. I would need iron. Well, I certainly have the steel. Well, I got the steel I would need. There's some iron. Beautiful. Okay. Let's make sure I have enough offshore pumps that I would ever need. God, I was so smart to just bring a buttload of iron and copper plates with me to a new planet. What a good idea, Generic. What a brilliant, outstanding move of yours. You know, just so wicked smart of you. Truly, truly. My genius, sometimes it's almost terrifying, really. All right. So we're doing good on everything. We're going to build our microprocessors, which will make by the thousand. I'm only going to have 3 of these, so it might be a little slower than you might hope. That's okay. And then we're going to make our railguns. So I got to research microprocessors and railguns. That's a nice idea. I actually never thought of it. Hold up. What is a nice idea? Did I say something smart? I mean, of course I did. Of course I did. What was it again? Remind me of my brilliance, if you would. What? Pray tell, what was it? All right, so the water. The problem is, I am concerned about the water running out. It shouldn't. Like, it shouldn't run out, but I'm worried about it running out. Because we are very much still at a point where, like, my water banks are not full here. My water banks are not full. We gotta keep bumping it up until they're good, which is going to take quite a while, realistically. This area is now hot, so we can connect it. It is going to need oil to function. So where's our oil? Where's our oil go? How are we bringing this down? I guess we're bringing it down here. Okay. Okay. That's how we're bringing our oil down. Got it. All right. So we're going to heat up all of this as it goes, Okay. Cool. Because, yeah, every time we build out one of these, we get more and more power. But I don't want this problem. And every one of them is self-sufficient. So we are... Power is going... not as up as I'd like. I'm going to give you more nuclear fuel. For now, I'll give you more nuclear fuel. Because this guy is not quite burninating as much as I want. Looks like the reason is... oh, we ran out of... we need more pipe to grounds. That would do it. Okay. Yeah, so we just gotta give the drone armada more time to do its job. Just gotta give them more time. The nuclear fuel is buying them that time, but it can only buy so much realistically. Let's go ahead and drop these speed modules. We drop the uncommon speed modules. Maybe I keep those for the spaceship. Perhaps we keep those for the spaceship. Oh. We can't drop these beacons, though. And the efficiency modules, I don't need those. I don't need efficiency. Oh. All right, so drop the steam turbines, make sure we have them. Apparently we need electric furnaces and refineries. Meh. Meh. Meh, meh, meh. Meh, meh. Okay, let's fly this bad boy out. Let's fly him back to, not Aquilo, let's fly him back to Navis so we can pick up some more nuclear fuel. Okay, but all in all, I think we did pretty good. You know? I think we did pretty good. Oh, oh. And our second water producer and heat pump is now online. Love to see it. Love to see it. So with this bad boy online, we're going to get a lot going for us. A lot. Now, I'll note one heat pump that can't possibly use up as much as one chem plant produces. But that's okay. That's okay. It's still using some. At the end of the day, some is better than none. I know, just unbelievably deep, right? I'm just so freaking deep. I'm like, oh my god. I'm just so tragic and deep like that. You don't even know. You don't even know. It's crazy, really. All right, let's move you down one. Then add a pair of pipes. That should be good. Yeah, yep, those will be good. Okay. Perfect. Get a little more heat pipe pumping. A little bit more heat pipe pumping that way. I do like that. We can connect that. That'll give us more heat connection. Beautiful. Cool. Well, live, laugh, love quote. Some is better than none. Thank you. My therapist when I say my parents only told me they loved me once. Wait, man, some's better than none. You know, some of my clients, they don't get anything. Count your blessings. I'm just like, oh. Nah, my parents are fine. I got complaints, but who doesn't? Yeah, anyways. Yeah, we're doing good. So we got our science packs, a science-in. They're a science-in and a why-in-sin. I got this random gap. Not a clue how we got it. Don't know what to do with it. I guess we just have a gap now. That's a thing. Yeah, science packs. We're gonna go ahead and make these pure speed instead of any efficiency whatsoever. Because we're speedy like that. We like being speedy in this house. And we will have enough energy, right? We'll have enough energy to really jam these suckers full. Girl, we'll be doing good. All in all, we'll be doing pretty okay, I think. We just run steam turbines. I am a little worried about the water, but we'll have to trust the system. We'll have to let the system make the water at the end of the day. Why is Navis getting damaged? Over here? God, that burned a lot of guys. Boom, boom. Okay. All right, artillery, that's a little rude. I love that you're clearing out that mega nest, but like... at this point, you're just shooting shots to keep the rent down, bro. If you I give you one shell and you immediately shoot it off. You know how hard it is to make these artillery shells, bro? Premium stuff. God. Some people's cannons, man. It has trimmed things back quite a bit, though, so I really appreciate having access to that artillery, gotta say. Thank you, artillery. Very pog. All right. With all of that, I think we're good for tonight. I think we did. So next session, what are we going to do? Next session, I plan on having this science built out. This is the case of very much just an AFK for a while and build out science. It's gonna be a while. Why do you not? What do you mean you don't have enough cold? There's so much of it. What? Oh. Oh, I overwrote some of the cold. Hold on. We'll make a lot more science if I'm actually making the damn stuff. All right, much better. Now we're making the science. Yippee. Good news, everybody. We're actually making the science I said we'd be making. Yay. Yeah, so with this science ready, we have 100. How much do we need? Great question. How much do we need for the rail gun? The gun on the rail. Which is not what a rail gun is. It's a gun that uses a rail. Well, it's probably on a rail, but you know what I mean. Maybe. Probably not. It uses magnetic fields from induction. It induces a magnetic field of electricity. So the rail guns need 2,000 blue. Quantum processor needs 500. Oh, yeah, I'll get that in an hour or two of AFK. Easy, easy. Yeah, so I'm going to make those up. Do a lot of that crafting, because it's at this point, we are very much just going to wait a while for ice platforms to get built and for my army of drones to kind of just do their thing. Oh, this is something I really love about this planet, though. You see all the heat stacks glowing, and you can see the glow from the red-hot copper. Ooh, it looks so good. Ooh, it looks so good. Let's connect that right there. That'll give us a much better heat connectivity. So beautiful. The research railgun modify the ship next stream, even when if we have enough asteroids. That's the plan. That's the plan. Next stream, we're going to upgrade our ship. We're going to finalize the design of the one place safe from automation. Space. And once we've done that, we're gonna beat the game. We're gonna beat Factorio. What do we even do after that? Probably Vintage Story. Probably Vintage Story again. I want to play it again. What can I say? What can I say? I do love Vintage Story. I'll probably also look into Timberborn. I picked it up when it was on sale. Much to John Tom's. Much to one of the fools' chagrin, as they had just managed to get a free key. How or why, I know not, but they had a key and they wanted to give it to me, and I'm like, I bought it already. It's as they undergo the same problem my own family has often had when they go, yo, generic, what do you want for Christmas? And I go, I don't know, I bought everything I wanted. Just, if I wanted it, I bought it. I don't know. What else would I be doing? I'm not very helpful. I'm not a helpful fella when it comes to the gifts. What can I say? What can I say? All right, let's fly you over to Leva. All right, but I'll be here forever if I don't stop yapping. So your Vintage Story, maybe. I gotta start reaching out to people, organizing things, testing mods. There's gonna be a lot to do on that end. But for now, thank you for dropping by. I do love Factorio. I can't believe we're almost done. I can't believe it. Not bad for a blind solo playthrough, though, right? You might ask Generic, how many hours is your blind solo playthrough? Right now it's at 175. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, we did do a lot of AFKing, though. Between stream tax and me doing a lot of AFKing is my strategy. Did you know that on Fulgora, I have a singular research? I have one building making research I never expanded past this one loop because I'm like, bruh, I don't feel like it. I made Volcanus a mega base. I'm not doing it to Fulgora. So, like, there might be reasons it took me a lot of AFK hours over man hours, but I'm okay with that, you know? At the end of the day, I'm kind of okay with that. We are still flush with pink science. So, thank you for dropping in, though. Make sure you take care of yourself at the end of stream, or if you go watch something else before, make sure you get up and stretch a little bit. Get a little blood flowing in those legs. I was a good boy and did my leg presses today, so my legs feel like heavy ass stumps. But I've always had good legs. I've you know, what can you say? You're made of stone. Your legs get thick. So hey, you got to work on them though. Even if your legs are thick. So make sure, I don't know, do a squat or something, or like just hey, move around a little bit, get a little bit of blood flow. You'll feel better. You'll think better, and you'll kill them on whatever you're doing. First Factorio Space Age game lasted 2K hours. All right, that might be a little excessive. Yes, fair enough. Fair enough. I will not deny you your excessiveness, wizard. Let's drop a couple more drone stations. Just and okay. But thank you for dropping by. Make sure you follow us, subscribe to us. Thank you for doing so. Follow us on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. We stream on both for your preference. But either way, I'll see you next time. We're doing some Pathfinder on Saturday. We will be down a player because it is Mother's Day for them. They are a little farther in the future than we are. So they will be busy having delightful family relations and picnics and stuff. I know, right? Haven't they forgotten what truly matters? That's right. Playing tabletop RPGs. But, well, we can't fix them always, right? Such is life. But we will still do it. Tuesday, what are we gonna do Tuesday? I have not figured that out. We might do, I mean, we played a couple different things. I might do some more Might and Magic. That was really fun. I'm starting to understand the game a little more. I did some testing. I think the reason I couldn't recruit a second hero, a second player army, was because the map I picked is locked to one army, which is brutal for a first time pick. Absolutely a mistake. And if not Might and Magic, which is probably going to be Might and Magic realistically, that or a collab, but I don't think there's enough time to organize a collab realistically. You need a lot of time. I don't know, if I'm in the mood, I might do weird indie Eurojank and play some more Pathologic. If I don't play Pathologic soon enough, I will forget how to play it entirely, and then I will cry because after doing a 3.5-hour tutorial, I still don't know how to play Pathologic 3. That game is weird. Have a good morning, evening, and good night, y'all. I'm gonna go think about weird Eurojank games. Pathologic makes you pathological. Wow. Imagine. I bet there's a reason. Funny. All right. YouTube side, I must bid you adieu. Twitch side, is there anyone? How about, oh, you should drop by May. All right. Oh. It's always funny when I loosely know someone and then I see they're interacting with someone else I loosely know, and I'm like, oh my god. Other people are real and they meet other people when I'm not looking? That's crazy. Why don't you go say hey to May the Jiangxi, though? And have a wonderful morning, evening, and good night.